and welcome to the 4th Annual WBAMMY Awards.
It's Winter Park, Florida's biggest night.
We're here. We're celebrating the best in 2022 film, television, pop culture. Basically just film and television.
Society as a whole.
Don't zoom in the camera on my tie at any point during this broadcast.
Oh no!
Let's go ahead and enhance the image there. So it looks like
you didn't notice until just now. That's how I want to keep it.
You did like a loop-de-loop and pull for your tie.
Yeah, I didn't want to learn how to do it. I decided that if I'm going to for some occasion, it's not going to be this one.
That's a damn shame.
That's the end of that.
Welcome to the show. My name's Ernest.
I am 5th time winner and nominee of the WBAMMYs Hunter. I give myself a scoot hog every year. Yep.
We can't give Hunter any WBAMMYs.
I give myself one.
Best dressed?
You don't know this. I 3D print an extra scoot hog and I give it to myself in the mirror. I say here's for you for just being such a little cutie pie and for best dressed.
So Hunter, I'm Drew. Hunter, you were talking about getting your mom to 3D print this. Mm-hmm. Could you throw a penis on it, and would she be okay with that?
Yes, but here's the thing: we're all gonna have to pitch in to make it as realistic as possible. I'm thinking that we, since unfortunately, Scoot, feel free to reach out. We don't have a picture of Scoot's penis. Unfortunately,
I could give you. Based on my knowledge of human anatomy and physiognomy, I could give you
close,
99% accurate.
Well, here's what
rendering.
I was going to say that what if I get my mom, what if I get pictures of all three of our penises and I photo impose them on each other and I'll get my mom to print that out on the Scoot Hog.
Okay.
As long as it's as close to explicit as the printout that we have here. It has to be the same level of we sure about that?
Yeah.
See, when I made this last year.
Enough for us to eventually get sued by the Scoot McNairy estate.
Right. when I made this last year, it's very simple. It's a Oscar with Scoot McNairy's face on it, right? But then I had to make the face look golden, so that was a whole thing, Photoshop magic. And then to get the actual hog in there, you just blur out the crotch, right? But then it's you have to create the illusion of the size. There has to be something there. Well, it's about the size of the blur, right? So if you do a small blur, then it's defeats the whole purpose.
Ernie, you talking about making the golden scoot is like listening to Lydia Tarr describe composing.
Yeah, you do not start without
me.
So this is, if you're going to tune into any episode on YouTube, this is the one. We're all dressed up. Mm-hmm. The jackets will not stay on much longer.
I am already getting hot.
Yeah.
I'm sweating and I'm just dressed like fucking Durs from Workaholics or something.
Yeah, in the depths of January. Just the heat of January.
Yeah.
I love it here.
We're drinking some nice cold beers to cool us down.
I do have some celebratory Takis hot nuts.
Nice.
I think I've heard that you should on podcasts, since it's an auditory medium, get as crunchy and as noisy a snack as possible.
And the one that's most likely to make you pant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not the dog. And that is just Drew.
And drool. Can you ever tell when a podcast guy is just fucking getting that mic's fucking wet?
Yeah.
Slobbery.
Every time.
Yeah, people just want the dog on the show, but they don't know that what they actually want is just some eating.
Well, we have to say that for the Patreon, the ASMR episodes, where you don't actually you don't cut out the highs or the lows, so you can just hear all of the lip smacking that happens here. You're already getting a preview right now, so
here we bought a mic. We like to
They're so crunchy.
We like to celebrate the best in film. So if you're going to watch any award show this year, this is the one. This is the only one that hands out a Scoot McNairy golden hog, as you can see pictured beautifully here. And like I said, it's the 4th annual. So we've been doing this now for 4 years. The first year Drew originated the categories, and we've been tweaking them a little bit ever since.
Well, mostly you have.
I'll be the MC, the master of ceremonies tonight. Basically, we have a big old list of about 35 to 40 awards, and every single winner will be mailed a 3D printed Scoot Hog.
Yeah. And there also, we should say, there are like 9 or 10 under the line awards that we are not going to be broadcasting on today's episode.
Well, Ernie, you were saying that you are the MC, but really this is a hostless WBAMMYs this year.
We are all the hosts.
Yeah, we're all hosts.
Yeah, we're
none of us are hosts.
Yeah, Drew is like the Billy Crystal. I'm like the Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, you really are the Jimmy Kimmel of this podcast. Just holding things together, just a steady hand.
And we all know Jimmy Kimmel is the one who actually picks the nominees, right?
Listen,
he's the one to blame.
Yeah, depending on how this award show goes, I might be like a little guy, a little Will Smith in this podcast.
Oh, slapping people around. Yeah, you're the wild card.
Yeah, I might slap that kombucha right out of your hands, Ernie.
My Jared Leto glass onion kombucha.
Yeah,
I wish they would have sent
an actual hard kombucha.
I am realizing now that it is a non-alcoholic hard kombucha.
Because they can't
legally.
You can't just send people alcohol in the mail in case you're like sending it to like an alcoholic. Like, what if it's just like some critic in Vermont has been sober for like 14 years, and like this is the one thing is he takes a sip of Jared Leto's hard kombucha from Glass Onion and just spirals into darkness.
All right, here's the taste test. Tastes like kombucha. It's not as like biting.
Yeah, pass that.
It's not as biting as you would want it to be. Like kombucha usually has more of like some type of like kick to it.
This is like minty.
It's I am getting the mint.
Heavy mint.
Yeah. So it's a Red Planet hard kombucha.
No, I like a funky kombucha that has no funk. I don't like it.
Yeah. The kombucha that I've gotten to love usually has like it has some type of punch. This doesn't have that.
I like it funky. I like the funkier the better.
Health Aid Pink Lady Apple kombucha.
Yes, thank you.
Is the goat.
Good plug.
Is that the one with the brown bottle?
It's the red bottle with the sexy
it's
apple.
Wide, it's fat and cylindrical.
Although we should say they actually replaced the sexy apple with Maya Rudolph.
Oh, the beloved Maya Rudolph?
Yeah.
Well, we can all agree with it. That's a great move.
Yeah, there you go.
I do wish that Netflix would have sent me a Jeremy
box?
A Jeremy Renner hot sauce.
Oh my God! Why didn't they send the Renner hot? That would be like a really rare item to have these days.
Dude.
I wonder how the hot sauce company is doing these days.
It probably would have gotten broken in the mail and shattered into 30,000 pieces.
Probably, but it'll be fine.
All right.
Let's get this thing started.
Okay, so a couple more house cleaning, housekeeping items here. This is all very loose. We have a list of categories, as I mentioned. The nominees, I have a list of nominees, but the way this works is any one of you, since I am like the MC role here, any one of you can nominate a nominee.
And if
on air.
And if two of us agree on that nominee,
that is the winner.
Instead of yours, that is the winner.
Right.
But if you present nominees and we are split, then Ernie, you have to be the tiebreaker and pick one of our two nominees.
Exactly. See? 4th annual, baby. Yeah. We know how to do this.
Yeah, we're
going to be okay.
We're going to be okay. I have a wife.
Yeah. Hey, this marks, I think, 1 year of the YouTube, because I think our first video was the 3rd annual WBAMMYs.
Wow.
So another reason to celebrate. All
Cheers.
Right. So what I'm going to ask is, Hunter, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 37.
So we really aren't doing the Oscars formatting here of any kind of way, shape, or form. You're gonna have to move some things around.
I'll recalibrate.
From like 37, you're like, all right, who won the year? Like, okay, that's not it. Let's go with a nice 12.
Okay, so number 12
the
on
goat's number
on the spreadsheet.
80 for Brady coming soon.
Is best writing. The nominees for Best Writing are, and again, we're like the Golden Globes here. We like to get sloppy. Okay. So this is for both TV and film. Are Better Call Saul, Glass Onion, The Banshees of Inisherin, Tar, Andor, and Severance.
I hate to tell you, Ernest, but I think that I'm gonna have to eliminate Andor from the beginning because I have not watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Andor. They should have campaigned harder.
So if we're
Tony
doing,
Gilroy is logging off.
yeah, I'm sorry, Tony. Come back next year. For me, I'm split. If I want to go on the movie side between Todd Field for Tar or Ryan Johnson for Glass Onion. I admire both of what they did. Todd Field for Tar is a lot cleaner. Ryan Johnson, I just appreciate the ambition of it all.
I would go with Todd Field handily over Ryan Johnson because I think this is maybe the third or fourth best movie that Ryan Johnson has written.
Good point.
That's fair. Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I'm down with Todd Field. Let's give Todd Field a Tar Oscar.
The Scoot Hog goes to Todd Field for Tar. Congratulations.
Yeah. Keep that thing away from Lydia, though.
All right. So we're gonna keep going down, and if we get to a category that needs to be saved for later, I'll earmark it. Okay. The next category is a biggest surprise. So what was the biggest surprise of the year? The nominees are Top Gun Maverick, Ambulance, RRR, The Bear, and Andor.
What was the surprise of Ambulance?
That it was good?
I had no doubts. No, you said Top Gun Maverick. I had no doubts. I've been out here for 3 years saying that this was going to be the greatest movie of the year.
The success of it is surprising.
Yeah.
The fact that it was as good as it was, I think is very surprising.
The actual parameters around these awards, there's no definitions. We can just choose what we want.
Like I said, loose.
It can fluctuate.
I'm loose, baby.
Did you say Banshees on there? Because Banshees was a huge surprise for me because I was kind of out on Martin McDonagh after 3 Billboards.
Interesting.
But I will say, for me, hands down, it's RRR. Everything about that movie is a surprise. One, that it's an incredible movie, that it's great. 2 is that this little indie movie became such a massive sensation that there was a Best Picture campaign for it.
I don't think it was indie.
Well,
Indian.
Indie
in the way, like, maybe not indie. Indie's the wrong terminology.
I don't think they like that. It's Hindi.
It's in Hindi. It's in the language.
It is a Hindi film. That's what I speech pronunciation things. This little foreign film that nobody thought was going to work in any way, or nobody knew about, and then it became such a massive sensation.
So, are you nominating Banshees or not?
No, I'm gonna say RRR is my pick.
What do you think?
Haven't seen it. I'd say go for it.
Okay.
It's not something I was.
Any nominee? Anything you want to throw out there?
The success of Everything Everywhere is in terms of like defining the year.
Yeah.
The awards run of Everything Everywhere.
The commercial smash success, and critically, like it, even after its release and after like the positive reception, it was not expected to do this well awards wise unless you're Adam, friend of the pod,
who called his shot in like
who's doing a victory lap as we speak.
Yeah,
but that's like the most unbelievable thing for me this year. But I haven't seen RRR, so I'm perfectly fine with you going with that.
What do you think? Should we give it to RRR? This is Rajamouli.
You make a good point for Everything Everywhere, but I wasn't surprised about the movie itself being good. I was so hyped for this. This was on our most anticipated movies of the year before we knew a single goddamn thing about it. Yeah, that's
the thing is, we all love Swiss Army Man.
I would say RRR. Ernie, where are you going?
All right. Well, that makes me the tiebreaker. I think that it might be tough, much like the actual Oscars, for RRR to win anything else. So I'm just ready to give it something now in case it doesn't get
not to dance
anything later. Congratulations, SS Rajamouli and the cast of RRR on your Scoot Hog for biggest surprise. Next award, the Craftsmanship Award. The nominees are White Noise, The Batman, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, 3,000 Years of Longing, The Northman, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Andor. So this is like, it's in past years, this award has gone to films by people such as Wes Anderson. I think last year we gave it to The French Dispatch. So kind of in that realm.
It's a movie that like there aren't really a lot of like nits to pick in so far as the craftsmanship of it. For that reason, I would also mention Fabelmans.
Okay.
I think is a very good nominee. And actually, I would probably pitch it to Fabelmans because as much as I love Babylon, and we're going to have it up for other awards down the line here, Fabelmans just, if you're talking about like everything is just kind of, no, it's just, you nailed it. You did it exactly the way that you wanted to.
I would also want to at least give a nomination to Severance.
Oh my God.
That's a great one. That's a really good one.
Just like out of this world craft, like all over the place. Shot selection, set building, direction, everything. Beautiful.
What are we thinking, Hunter? Are we split?
Split.
Fabelmans,
decide between Fabelmans or Severance. Yeah.
I really like Severance.
That's a good one.
That's a great pick.
One. I did not even think about that, but that
is awesome craftsmanship. Very unique, very like sci-fi without being too out there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Congratulations, Ben Stiller.
Apple TV. Adam Scott, collect your Scoot Hog. Congratulations. Yep. Wow.
I feel bad because Steven Spielberg wanted it.
Yeah.
But he was campaigning. Yeah,
he was trying really hard.
But hey, I'm sorry, Stevie.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't get there. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. The next award is the Cultural Relevance Award. This is essentially for what kind of dominated the cultural conversation the most. The nominees are Stranger Things Season 4, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, RRR, Don't Worry, Darling, Elvis, Black Adam, Avatar, The Way of Water, and Tar.
I think I misunderstood what this award was in years past, and I thought that it was like, what is the most timely? What is like the most like? It's saying something about right now.
No, it's like what dominated. And I'll be the first person to tell you it's not Avatar, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll cry with my $2 billion. Boo-hoo.
Top Gun has a better shot than Avatar. People talked a lot more about Top Gun.
Okay.
Also, special recognition to White Lotus Season 2, which
good point.
Made it quite the late push.
Yeah.
Really, the discourse was. It reminded me of Succession, in terms of taking over Twitter for a night.
It reached that thing that HBO, like pretty much only HBO can really do right now. We're just week to week Sunday nights. They are just dominating your Twitter timelines.
Now, if we're being honest, I think the winner has to be Stranger Things. That is something that I heard.
The TikToks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Even if it wasn't purely positive
Chrissy,
discussion
wake up
in the culture.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up.
I didn't even know that was from Stranger Things.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's just a scene that got like auto-tuned into a song. Like it's the snake eating its own tail of like TikTok meme making. It's insane. What do you think?
It made Running Up That Hill get the proper recognition that it deserves.
That'll be up for another award later, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that cultural relevance isn't always necessarily a full positive thing.
No.
I want to give it to Everything Everywhere because it's had a continuous relevance in our circle. Same with Top Gun Maverick, but I think you're probably right. If we're being truthful to society as a whole, then it's probably gotta go Stranger Things.
Okay. Congratulations, Netflix.
I mean, this is a dirty Scoot Hog. I like rubbed it in some mud before I put it in the mail.
Congratulations, Finn Wolfhard, Millie Bobby Brown.
They are all over 18 right now. Okay, so we can send them a naked Scoot McNairy.
Oh my God, yeah. We would have to chase the mailman down the street.
I cannot get canceled in 2023 for mailing a child a Scoot Hog.
All right, congratulations.
No return address. Just get it in the mail. That's how we're sending all these.
from an unmarked PO box.
No letter, no explanation.
Just smiley face.
Yeah. They like call a bomb squad.
All right. The next award is one that makes me smile that Drew came up with this 4 years ago because I was really on one back then. Yeah, this is your legacy. The Denzel Washington Award for a performance oozing with movie star charisma. The nominees are Ke Huy Quan in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, N.T. Rama Rao Jr. and Ram Charan in RRR, Margot Robbie.
Are you giving it to both of them?
They come as a duo. Yeah,
okay.
they come as
They're just a duo in everything that we do. Okay.
Margot Robbie and Babylon.
Oof.
Another duo, George Clooney and Julia Roberts in Ticket to Paradise.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one.
And have you watched it as well?
Yeah, Ticket to Paradise is incredible.
I never watched it.
And Marcel the Shell in Marcel the Shell
Oh,
shoes.
it's a star-making performance. If we have a best breakthrough category, you might be there. I think that there's only one winner here, and it's pretty clear. It's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is the last living movie star that we have aside from Denzel Washington. So, like, if he is in a movie and it becomes a $2 billion movie, then like that kind of speaks for itself.
Is he oozing with charisma though?
I actually think so. I think that in his own weird way, it's an action star charisma.
Okay.
Which is different from like Ryan Gosling charisma, but it's still charisma. It's this magnetic force that you have whenever you're watching.
The only competition in my mind is Benoit Blanc.
Ooh, yes. That is a great pick.
It's so much charisma that he is going to continue doing this role until they make him stop. Like it's
Is this going to be the defining Daniel Craig performance? It's actually not James Bond. It's Benoit Blanc.
no one gives a fuck about James Bond. I'm sorry. I said it. No one cares. He rocks. He rules. Everyone loves him. He is a movie star among movie stars. Like especially in this movie, he is floating above some weighty names. You know what I mean? It would be my pick, but I cannot go against Tom Cruise. So I'll leave it to you, Hunter, and then you, Ernest.
Well, I'm saying it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, if you're saying Blanc, then I have to pick. If that's your pick, then I have to decide between Blanc and Mav.
Yeah, so pick.
Okay. All right. Let me have a think. We don't want to just send out Scoot Hogs willy-nilly to whoever just decides to make a last minute entry.
If you send a Scoot Hog to the Church of Scientology, it might not be actually received by Tom Cruise, and that is something to keep in mind here.
One thing I'll say against Tom Cruise is that I do think it took a lot of work to get his face right. Like when they're setting up shots, because I mean, if you go back even to like Ghost Protocol, he looks rougher than that.
Did you hear about like the AI tools that they're using now to like the digital makeup that they're using now? They just like automatically airbrush his face.
He was like the first person that like I ever saw deep faked. Like he's been getting deep faked since day one.
Yeah.
But I can't disagree.
But he's a movie. At the end of the day, movie star is in the title.
Here's where I'm at right now. Tom Cruise and Top Gun Maverick are a shoo-in for at least one or two other awards later that I know they're guaranteed. Like they're going to get multiple awards later. I guarantee.
Hunter is disapprovingly shaking his head.
This is the Academy making the same mistakes over and over again. We're just going to see the Academy do this. Now, why not? Well, the WBAMMYs are just going to do it too.
Giving it to the tiny little indie role.
Yeah, let's give it to fucking Glenn Close, okay, for The Wife. All right, let's just do that.
Glass Onion might be the only one it gets. So congratulations, Daniel Craig.
Do you know I have a best kombucha in a film coming up, and I guess it's not going to.
That would be the Jared Leto.
It's a Jared Leto's cult.
Congratulations, Daniel Craig, Ryan Johnson, Netflix on your Scoot Hog.
I need to take my jacket off.
That one got him. That one got him fucking mad. I don't care. Daniel Craig is just so cool, it's true that like that is like Tom Cruise has that sheen on him that's just untouchable. But he in 1 billion years he couldn't do anything close to Benoit Blanc. Whereas Daniel Craig could do something a little bit fucking similar to.
He has.
Yeah, I mean he's cool, a cool guy.
Yeah, I love it. I love the pick.
I don't know, man.
Careful.
And we're back. I wanted to give a special shout out to Jake Gyllenhaal in Ambulance.
I actually have him penciled for another category coming up. But yes,
also because
that's a good one.
That is a part that Denzel could play.
Ooh, I mean, he basically has before.
And exactly. It would be like hella, obviously, like that taking that role is beneath Denzel, but like he could have done that.
I should have written that one down. Okay, do we want to
talk about what's beneath Denzel in 2023 as he makes The Equalizer 4? Okay,
no, I'm talking about no, because I don't think that he could do it in 2023, but in 99, oh my God. Training Day is the same shit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. The next award is the Good For You Bud Award. This is basically for the film that makes you say, good for you, bud. And that's the only reaction that you have.
Who do you say it to?
Anyone involved.
Like, really? So I believe last year, Zack Snyder won this award for the Snyder Cut.
For getting a win.
For Zack Snyder's Justice League. The nominees are The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for Black Adam. Alex Garland for Men. Cooper Raiff for Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
What happened there? I didn't see it.
He got to be all kissy with Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, he made a movie so that he could make out with Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, but how was it? I mean, Cooper Raiff was...
It was fine.
Oh, that's
Bummer.
sad.
Olivia Wilde for Don't Worry, Darling.
I wouldn't say that's
bad
good
for you.
Yeah,
girl.
I wouldn't say good
Did you get that out of your system, girl? Good for you, bud. And Noah Baumbach for White Noise.
Hey, don't disparage our guy like that.
Good for you.
No, I honestly think it is sort of a good for you. That movie, we didn't talk about it on our movie pod.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You good Don big Don DeLillo head?
That's the review.
It's a big good for you. The
problem with that movie is that it needs to keep the tone that it has in the third act for the entire movie. That's my take. Where people think it goes off the rails, I'm like, do that the entire time.
Right.
Make this a farce. Can you run through those nominees one more time?
The Rock for Black Adam, Alex Garland for Men, Cooper Raiff for Cha-Cha Real Smooth, Olivia Wilde for Don't Worry, Darling, and Noah Baumbach for White Noise.
See, the problem is most of these, like, it's not a good for you. Like Alex Garland for Men, I want to I want to. It's like he like shit on the ground. I want to stick his nose in and be like, no.
Do it's
better.
It's like, are you okay, buddy? Oh, you got it out of your system. Good for you.
Yeah,
I think it has to be White Noise because he got a truck of money to adapt his favorite book. And
a weird ass book
and
into a weird ass movie.
Unadaptable book.
Yeah, and
by all means.
He proved that it is close to unadaptable because he's really good at making movies. And guess what? He did the same thing PTA did with Inherent Vice. He committed too hard to the book when what he actually was supposed to be doing is making a fucking movie.
Right.
In which case, unfortunately, you do have to take liberties, even if your source material is a Bible for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to change things.
So kind of similar in that vein, different in a lot of ways, but another nominee that you can throw up here is Sam Raimi for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, good for you, bud.
Good for you. And now he's back to he's like, you know what? I think I like directing again. It's like, you know what? Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had to do this really mediocre fucking piece of garbage to actually get yourself back into the habit of making movies again. So good for you.
Is that your pick?
I actually want to say that it's Black Adam. I want to say that it's The Rock.
He worked on that for like a decade and a half.
I think that that's actually the right pick because also at the end of the day, he still made a shit ton of money for it. And what's worse is that the Black Adam
I don't know about a shit ton. He made money, barely.
That movie was a hit.
No, it was not.
Well, it made money.
He had to cook the books to try to prove that it broke even.
Well, it made. I think the thing is that how how much he was actually producing it. I'm sure that he still got a fat paycheck from it. And
he got paid, but
the future of
money.
Black Adam is kind of up in the air.
Oh, there is no future. It's just good for you, bud. That's the only future.
Ernie, pick one of these.
All right, so it's either The Rock or Noah Baumbach. I mean, look, Dwayne, I love you.
Yeah,
I love you. I know you would display the Scoot Hog prominently.
Ernie, what if I told you that it's about power, it's about drive?
Wasn't in the movie, unfortunately. Should have been.
Only.
But I think I got to go Noah Baumbach.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a great nominee.
This is like a dream project that no indie director ever gets the chance to do. And every indie director would love to adapt their favorite novel.
You know why it's a good for you, bud? Is because the end credits of this movie costs more to make than most Noah Baumbach movies.
Yeah, well, that whole set, that whole like grocery store set, all the colors.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Congratulations, Noah Baumbach.
The movie's fun. It just doesn't feel enough like a movie.
Congratulations, Adam Driver, Greta Gerwig, Don Cheadle.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, bud.
Hey, Cheadle, slay.
Yeah.
He rocks. Cheadle pops up. You're like,
I want Cheadle in everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's playing the same guy he plays in fucking Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Just like a weird side character who's
70s
who's
guy,
like obsessed with one thing that has nothing to do with the rest of the plot. That's the exact same guy.
He just loves Elvis, man. I wonder how he feels about Austin Butler's performance.
He wants
Mama. Mama.
All right, the next award is the Handyman Award for the movie that could improve the most by fixing one thing. The nominees are Ambulance for everything not in the ambulance. Just take it out.
I thought you were going to say more drones. It was every time that it wasn't a drone shot, I lost interest.
Every time you cut to a character that was not in the ambulance.
That's fair. Okay.
3,000 Years of Longing for the last 10 to 15 minutes.
Do you think that fixes it?
Clean that up. You stick the landing, movie feels better. Bodies, more Lee Pace.
Oh man, that's a good one.
More Lee Pace and Bodies. And Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Take out Martin Freeman and Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
That movie had more problems than just that.
I know, but it's not what makes the movie perfect. It's about what improves it.
I have a nominee. If we're just talking about what puts a movie over the level to becoming great, Bones and All, more Mark Rylance. Make Mark Rylance like the actual second lead of that movie.
I was trying to figure something out with that movie too. I think it needs to not be so like YA feeling.
Yes. And I think I like the idea in theory of making like a dark romance, but I want Mark Rylance in the movie to have like in the film Oliver, like I want the first half of that movie to just be full of Mark Rylance. I want like Mark Rylance to like mold I can't remember the character's name, but mold her into being like the cannibal instead of it just being this one little segment. Also, more Mark Rylance in your movie always makes things better. So
it depends on the movie.
I have two that I think are really solid nominees. I don't think that either of you are going to be able to back me up on either of these. Number one is The Good Nurse.
Okay.
What would make
Does the no come earlier in the movie?
I can't.
There has to be another nurse.
It be
just
good
one.
nurse and bad nurse.
Just one.
The movie has good nurse, and then there's another nurse. And then there's the mystery of, hey, someone is a murderer. And you're like, well, I know it's not the good nurse. There has to be a third nurse. There is no other option. The entire movie is ruined.
Oh my God, a nurse just hit a second tower.
The movie acts as if there's some sort of mystery, and you're like, no, I only know two people. Like, it's not the one, it's the other. Like, what's the mystery? It ruins the movie. The movie could be good. It ruins it. It destroys every tension scene. My second is Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It should have come out in 2007 before Walk Hard.
Well, okay, that's a very good one.
That's so funny.
Do we think, I don't know how far into Weird Al's career the film Weird goes because I have not seen it. Does it extend past the year 2007 of Weird Al's life?
Not really. No.
Okay.
It mostly exists
could
outside
cut-
of time.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, yeah. So you absolutely could. It could have dropped back then.
Okay.
He hadn't had his like fourth revival
Mm.
via. If it had come out
Had White and Nerdy come out yet?
Yeah, it came out like in 2007. So
Oh,
that would
okay.
be tough.
All right. Ugh.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what's your,
that could have been an original song, man.
what's your
Could have
pick,
made Oscar
though?
buzz.
My answer is easily The Good Nurse because it's so simple and I can't believe that they fucked it up because it's so stupid.
I am curious. Do you think if they would have made that change and there have been more tension, just because right now it just feels like that movie's a bowl of nothing and that's why it's just going to fade away into nothingness. If they make this change, they make it more of a true mystery. Do you think that its future is something like The Menu, where it becomes like a streaming darling and people are like, oh my God, you have to check out this thing? Like it becomes more of an internet sensation, or does it become an Oscar movie? Because they definitely made it trying to be an Oscar movie.
It becomes an Oscar movie. It's not entertaining like The Menu.
Oh, okay.
It's not punchy at all. It's very like slow burn. But those movies work when the tension works, and the tension is just an absolute failure because you're like, oh, he's a murderer. Oh, he's a murderer. Oh, he's a murderer. Oh, and there you have it.
But he says I can't.
It's so funny. It's such a funny way to fuck up a movie. But you guys haven't seen it, so what else are we thinking, Hunter?
Mine is Mark Rylance and Bones and All. I think there's like another script rewrite to that movie in which I think it's top 10 on all of our lists.
Yeah, totally, man. Like
And I just
that
think
movie has plenty of great in
The
it.
first act of that movie fucking rules. It's so good. And then it's the first movie I've ever felt this way, I feel like, where I'm just like, Timmy came in. As soon as Timmy came in, the movie started to kind of precipitously decline a little bit. It's still a good movie. It's in my top 20 movies of the year, but I think it could have been a lot higher.
Speaking of, if we're giving out the Putters and Murmurs award, he's walking away with it.
Man,
Timmy?
Yeah, it's a landslide.
his Putters and
blood-
Murmurs are so
With
good.
blood dripping down his chin.
Yeah. Also, since I don't know if we've talked about it all on pod, I want to say very quickly about that movie. She kills Timmy. Mark Rylance is not real, and she kills Timmy.
Whoa. That's a crazy
You presented
theory.
this theory to me, and I had not seen that online. That's a good
I
theory.
haven't, and it's so obvious when you rewatch. It was GF of the pod, Rin, who realized it because really early in the movie she was like, "He's not real,"
Oh my God.
and then watching the end, it's like, yeah, like he died. Like she kills Rylance while he's directly over Timmy and accidentally kills Timmy in the process.
Mhm.
It's too easy. It's so
Yeah,
obvious.
I'd have to see if like any other characters interact with him.
Almost none. The only time is at the very end. Timmy recognizes that he has seen him, and that's it.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think he's real.
That's a good one.
Well, Sully, I guess someone does want to be your friend.
You don't want to give it to The Good Nurse, a film that you have not seen?
And that friend is the Scoot Hog. Congratulations.
Yeah, Mark Rylance, you might not be real, but this Scoot Hog sure is.
Congratulations.
Shout out again.
Luca Guadagnino.
The Good Nurse is just in shambles.
He can't.
This was its one chance to get an award.
No, there will be another chance. Unfortunately, by the time we get to that award, I don't know if you guys will have seen the movie because it'll be.
We can pause it. We can pause it right now. Take a little break, go watch Good Nurse, and come back.
We are going to try to make the I can't meme happen. I did start tweeting at the Academy with that video.
Yeah, there's been a mistake. Eddie Redmayne, you're a best actor nominee.
All right, Bones and All gets the Handyman Award. Congratulations. The next award is okay. I'm gonna skip this one because this is a big one. Okay, the next award is the I Hope It Doesn't Tank Award for the TV show with a first season that's so good that you hope it doesn't tank in the second season.
Severance.
Yeah, What are your nominees?
The nominees are Severance, The Rehearsal, The Bear, The After Party, and Andor.
I think it's got to be Severance. The Rehearsal, I mean, there's a lot of those that I'm just like, it could not have the same magic as the first one. There's a way that Severance, I don't think it's going to happen, but there is like door number 4, 5, 6 where this just becomes Westworld all over again.
It's in the cards.
I don't think that's going to happen. I have a lot more confidence in fucking Ben Stiller than I do in Jonathan Nolan.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Whenever you're dealing with sci-fi, it's kind of more high risk, high reward.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just the show where things are the most subject to like radical change in season 2. So the variance is very high.
Yeah, and just the mystery nature of it, and as they start revealing, answering more questions or not, like it can be tough.
Right.
So, congratulations.
Unfortunately, I'm sad that it did tank award does go to Babylon. So sorry.
Congratulations, Ben Stiller, on your second Scoot Hog of the night.
Damn, look at that.
Wow.
Big winner. Big winner, Ben.
Don't fuck it up, Ben.
The next award is the Jaleel White Award for the scene-stealing side character in a comedy. I got very, very, let's say, generous with the nominees here. Comedy is a word in flux with these nominees, okay?
Yeah.
So just bear with me, okay? The nominees are Tobey Maguire in Babylon, John Bernthal in The Bear and We Own This City.
He's a side character.
Is he a side character in...
Well, the main character is crime.
Yeah.
Okay. That's category fraud, and I will take that into account when doing my voting.
Judd Hirsch in The Fablemans.
Oh.
Colin Farrell in The Batman. Tim Robinson as Ugly Sonic in Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
That's a great one. That's a really good one.
And A-Train in the slave trade video game in The Boys.
I have a couple nominees here. The 2 bartenders in Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay.
That are just sit here just like, why? What happened to him? Are you fighting? Those guys are great. It's funny you said that you landed on Toby because I had 2 other ideas from Babylon as well. And I would say PJ Byrne, our fucking guy, comedy king, who plays the assistant director in Babylon.
God, yeah.
So fucking funny. Like, had me like keeled over at multiple points. And another comedy legend who we love, Rory Scovel, who plays the Count.
Mm-hmm.
King.
Not Count. The Count.
The Count. I would say PJ Byrne is the funniest. I laughed at a side character in a comedy or a movie with comedic elements this year is that. And Drew, I know you have not seen that movie, so you can put up a different nominee than that.
I'd love to.
A-Train in The Boys? Come on. That was funny. The slave trade video game? That was hilarious.
It was.
Yeah. It's a good bet.
I want to give a shout out to Poopies and Jackass Forever.
Oh, Poopies is a good one. That's a great one.
He's the new cast member that I genuinely think could go toe to toe with any old cast member. He's the only one. He's a revelation. So side character is an interesting. I guess we're throwing the word comedy to the side with some of your nominations.
Yeah, it's just yeah. What is Wayne Jenkins a side character in comedy because it's only comedic sometimes? Is that what that? How did you qualify that in there?
I genuinely will vote for Judd Hirsch because he got an Oscar nomination out of one scene.
Yeah,
straight up, and it is a funny scene. He is funny,
and Fablemans is a funny movie,
and he is a needed change of pace in that movie. He serves a purpose. You know what I mean? He has a
He's
function.
A breath of life, like right when the movie needs it.
And it is scene stealing.
Yeah,
it is movie.
It is
stealing.
the only. Yeah, it's the only true.
Yeah.
Side character. Like what is it? 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, and he just like cleans up. He's so funny. Yeah. He's so good. Where he starts like tearing up his shirt while crying, and he's like, and the little Steven's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. He's like, "You haven't ever agreed before. Come on, sleep on the ground." And he just like gets on the ground. Very funny.
I love the PJ Byrne pick, but I think I laughed in that scene less so because of him, and more so just because of the way that scene is like cut together. Like the funny bits, he is hilarious, but I think what makes that scene shine is like how it's constructed.
So that's why I guess in that reason, I do understand the Tobey Maguire pick because Toby.
It's all Toby, baby. Just his face, the way he looks, is just.
I'm gonna pivot my idea to Tobey Maguire in Babylon. I want to pivot my choice from PJ Byrne to Toby, and I'm allowed to do that because it's the same movie.
Well, I'm still gonna stick with Judd Hirsch in The Fablemans.
Well, I'd never forget in the first scene where you meet PJ Byrne, when. I can't remember the director's name. She's just like, cut, extra number 3, you have a boner. And PJ Byrne's like, all right, just go ahead and tuck it up. Tuck it up. So good.
That's cool.
It's so, man. Shout out to PJ Byrne. Shout out to Rory Scoville. Shout out to
man, that's tough.
This was your only chance to give Toby WBAMMY, possibly ever.
Yeah, maybe ever.
Yeah, this might be the only chance.
Oh no, don't let him find out.
I don't know. Doctor Strange came out this year.
Hey, Secret Wars is coming. So congratulations, Judd Hirsch, Steven Spielberg, on your WBAMMY, on your Scoot Hog. The next category is the Leap of Faith Award for the movie moment that asks the most from its audience. The nominees are the cut to Justin Long in Barbarian.
This is my best.
I had this on my list.
This is my best award I've ever come up with.
It's amazing. The entire ending sequence of Babylon. The ending of Men. And the central romance in Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
That our guy just really wrote. He wrote an entire movie so he can make out with Dakota Johnson. She's just like, really? This is the guy who won Best Young Director? Okay. Just one other quick nominee. It's not going to win. It's not my pick because it's not what the movie's about. But in Top Gun Maverick, we sure that's the only way that they can do that mission? The only way that they can do that mission is to fly to fly 8 planes or 4 planes, all like in this way in which you have to nosedive down, drop a bomb, and then skirt all the way back up. And they can't just like drone strike it from space. Yeah. Like, what?
I have one from Top Gun Maverick as well. The idea that Tom Cruise has just been doing that for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't really been doing
in the airplane hangar.
Yeah, he hasn't been like, frontline missions. He's just sort of been in the background, just like vibing for 30 years. The most type A, like aggressively heroic man of all time.
I was a captain, never a lieutenant.
Has just been, he's been shifted into second gear, just coasting. I don't believe it.
I don't buy it, but also the movie is not once asking you to investigate the plot. And for that reason, I think it has to go to just the hard cut to Justin Long driving down Pacific Coast Highway.
That is a leap of faith.
That's a moment that a lot of people that I've read online, people were just kind of out at that point because they're like, I don't know what's happening for the next 20 minutes of the movie. And at that point, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm all in.
I have one more that I think is a serious contender is the menu. The fact they're not trying hard enough to leave.
Yeah.
They're not trying hard at all to leave.
I have not seen the menu yet. I cannot speak to this.
It really kind of drove me crazy watching it. Like
or not even to leave, but to do anything.
Yeah, they're not. They are perfectly willing to just die in some like Dante's Inferno-esque way. They're like, yeah, for sure. Let's just do it.
Yeah, we're not even going to attempt to at least take control of this situation in any way.
That to me was just an example of lazy writing. I was just expecting you to be like, yeah, just, it's fine.
If we're doing a lazy writing nominee, then I would just throw out Brendan Fraser's daughter in The Whale. The leap of faith is just that she's just like the worst human being that you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. She just is like her estranged fat father. And she's like, God, you're such a fat piece of shit. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of you and like post them on Facebook. Oh yeah. I also like bully girls until they're like depressed. It's like, oh, you're just the worst human being. But not giving them that movie anything. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren, let me know what Walmart you start managing whenever you take over. Maybe you'll get like a regional manager position, and I'll be sure to come by.
I thought you were going to say you're going to ask him to take a leap of faith off a cliff.
I would never promote suicide.
I'll go along with Justin Long because it's not their traditional leap of faith award. Like I intended for the award to mean like a real gap in logic that they expect you to go along with. But this is like hard cut of the century. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest hard cuts I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a different type of leap of faith, and I think it applies absolutely.
Again, these definitions, they can fluctuate. Year to year, ward to ward.
I don't want to understate how big a leap of faith the entirety of Everything Everywhere is in terms of like the fact
the full 100% pitch of
the fact that it keeps a very large and diverse audience invested in an absurd plot it's super impressive.
The fact that the olds are liking this is insane. That's kind of a credit to how good of a script it is, that it dumps things down and not enough but doesn't stupefies them.
One leap of faith for me was in Nope when they bring in the weird film editor. I was like, it was a leap to. It was a leap to
a guy who talks like this.
He speaks in metaphor. He speaks in such like perfectly vague language. I was like, why is he here? Like, convince me. And then Jordan Peele does, of course. So it's fine. But yeah, I like Barbarian.
Congratulations, Justin Long. Congratulations, Dirty Titty. On your Scoot Hog. May it sit well right in that creepy basement.
Yeah.
Just,
do you think
just put it on a shelf.
The Scoot Hog like one of her babies?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
All right. This next award I'm going to skip and come back to later. And the next the next category is the M. Night Shyamalan Bimbo Award for the movie that looks great but is pretty dumb. The nominees are Don't Worry, Darling, Men, Elvis, Blonde, and Bardo.
One, Bardo looks like shit. That movie looks bad. Two, does Blonde look good?
Yeah.
It's like it's shot with cameras
She's
and
hot.
everything. And okay.
I'm gonna say,
what about there's a couple big ones that aren't on there.
We'll say him.
One, Elvis.
I did say Elvis.
Oh, you did say Elvis.
Jesus Christ.
Ambulance.
Don't you fucking call Ambulance dumb on this fucking podcast.
It looks good though.
I guess. It looks.
It definitely looks like something. Men is a good one because that movie thinks that it's so self-important.
It's well shot.
It does look pretty. Honestly, just watch the trailer and don't ever watch the movie is my pitch for people who want to watch Men. Drew, where are you leaning here?
Another nominee that I don't want to win is Bullet Train because they really try to give it this sheen.
That's a solid.
This cartoonish sheen.
That's a good pick. I like that.
I think we could rename this award for Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah,
Oh, this is the one that we do rename after the winner because Old won last year.
This is the Baz
Luhrmann award.
This is now the Baz Luhrmann Bimbo.
It's got to be Elvis.
Has he ever made a smart movie?
But his movies look great.
Yeah.
The excess that he goes for and everything, like it's always talk about the sheen, man.
The dazzle.
But all of his movies are fucking stupid.
Congratulations, Baz Luhrmann. Congratulations.
You have a Scoot named after you now, Boz.
Congratulations, Mama. Austin Butler.
I want to thank you so much for this Scoot Hog, Mama.
Congratulations, Tom Hanks, on your Scoot Hog.
Ernie, do you want to do a Tom Hanks voice impression?
He's white.
No, he does like a, he's white?
He's white?
Drew, you have to do our boy doing, but you don't get it. He's white.
But he's like European?
Who knows? But he's a cowboy.
I know.
That whole movie is filled with choices.
There's a whole thing about how they don't know where he's from.
And I'm an Elvis defender.
Sure.
Think it's a fun movie if you have had approximately 8 White Claws and you have no power at your house because you're in the middle of a hurricane.
I'll keep that in mind.
Congratulations,
Next
Elvis,
time that happens.
on your Scoot Hog. The next award is the Michael Mann Award for Outstanding Achievement in Dad Cinema. The nominees are Top Gun Maverick.
It's going to be tough to unseat Top Gun Maverick.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, that's a great one, though.
And Ambulance.
I'm going to vote right now that we rename this the Tom Cruise Achievement in Dad Cinema because Top Gun Maverick is a runaway winner with this. I think this gets
the dads went berserk.
I think this gets like 98% of the vote. Like, if we are doing a straw poll of this, you know what? I had multiple dads in my life just go like, you know, it was a good film. Top Gun.
It's also a movie like about dads.
Yeah, it's like because we could just give this every year to like Yellowstone or to like A Man Called Otto.
Right.
Something like that dads actually watch.
Well, that's borderline like the achievement in like grandma cinema.
Well, I guess that's more A Man Called Otto. But like Yellowstone, if we're being truthful, is like generally that would just be the winner every year for like dad core things. Those dads went to the theaters to go see Top Gun Maverick
and stood up and cheered when it ended with tears streaming down their face.
It has to go.
I became a dad watching this movie.
Yeah.
Like I just fully gave birth. I was like, I'm now a father.
Gaia got pregnant. Gaia, she was just like, I could see her going to Paramount Plus as I was leaving the house today. I know that she was firing up. I know she was firing up Tom without me.
We do have to give serious credit to All Quiet on the Western Front, though.
That's a good one.
Because advantage number one, it is on Netflix. That is where a lot of dads hang out.
Yeah. I saw it with my dad, and we liked it.
That's where they catch movies. Number two, it is about one of the world wars.
Yes.
Huge.
Dads love world wars.
They like learning about them. They like watching shit about them. They like being like, man, that shit was fucked up.
But you know what dads love doing even more is in a movie when they describe the plan of the mission. They describe like, hey, okay, so you're gonna have to do this, you're gonna have to do this trick, and then you're gonna have to like fly and you're gonna have to invert the plane. The dads are like, step aside, guys. Let me explain why you have to invert the plane here. And they regurgitate the same information that was just told to you. That's a dad classic staple. It's just like dad-splaining things that are just were explained to you by a different source.
Yeah, or just sort of acting like they like can contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, Dad, you don't know planes.
Yeah, like a dad
know what you're talking
would
about.
watch that and be like, man, that's gonna be tough. It's like you don't know. That could be easy.
Only Tom could do it.
Yeah, they're probably gonna want him.
Congratulations, Tom Cruise, Chris McQuarrie, Joe Kosinski, Jerry Bruckheimer on your Scoot
Jerry
Hog.
Bruckheimer, a first time WBAMMY winner.
This is the Jerry Bruckheimer Award for Dad Cinema.
Top Gun Maverick. Here's your Scoot Hog. All right. The next award. Okay, so something I try to do this year is I noticed a couple like redundant categories last year.
First of all, I simply don't believe it.
And so this one, like, I try to combine a couple of them, but you guys, like, feel free to, like, award multiple winners if you think that, like, I made a wrong call here, okay? So the next category is the Missed Opportunity Award, a.k.a. Biggest Disappointment, a.k.a. Who Asked for This? Okay.
Biggest disappointment and Who Asked for This are two different things in my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So if we can have one movie encapsulate these
well, then they only get one scoop.
But the problem is if we have expectations to be disappointed, then that means we asked for it in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, here are the nominees. Lightyear, Uncharted, Halloween Ends, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Bullet Train.
So the Who Asked for This award has to go to Lightyear.
Yeah, that's
1 million times.
That's
like that's the difference. But
I had that written down already.
But also that movie disappointed no one because once news broke and trailer dropped.
Yeah, you knew it was over. Good.
But who asked for it?
Another thing I would say so it wasn't a disappointment by the time it came out, but I think from whenever it was originally announced to what the end product was, if you're talking about biggest disappointment, Don't Worry Darling, of just like, remember when that movie was announced, we're like, oh my God, Olivia Wilde's back. She's making like this like weird kind of sci-fi, it's going to be like a prestige film. We thought it was going to be a big Oscar movie. And just everything that came out afterwards was just like the stock plummeting down and down and down. So it's like a long-term disappointment.
All right, so
Disappointment Boulevard, if you will.
so we're siphoning Lightyear into the Who Asked for This.
Yeah.
Okay, so congratulations, Lightyear, Pixar, on your Scoot Hog. So now
Stop. Please make original movies.
the Missed Opportunity Award, aka Biggest Disappointment. How are we feeling here?
I think
So
Don't
you're
Wor-
nominating Don't Worry, Darling.
That's a great one. I had no reason to think that anything would go wrong other than honestly not thinking that Harry Styles was very good at acting, which, it turns out he played a huge role in what went wrong.
Yeah.
Not in the way I thought.
Not even in the acting. The acting itself was fine, but
what were the other nominees?
Uncharted, the Tom Holland vehicle video game adaptation, co-starring Mark Wahlberg.
were people disappointed by that?
Yes,
Come
like
on.
video game.
I guess like
video game people.
Yeah, people who are now watching The Last of Us and they're like, guys, 2 episodes in, this has
Yeah.
the potential to be better than The Sopranos.
Well,
This has the potential to be better than The Wire.
Uncharted kind of folds more into the Who Asked for This,
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
an Uncharted movie starring Tom Holland. Like Who Asked for This? Halloween Ends.
Halloween Kills would have been a winner for at least a nominee for this. After Halloween Kills, I had no hope for Halloween.
I think The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is a great nom for biggest disappointment.
I know I haven't either, but
Which
It's
is
like
a bummer because
the-
we did I devoted a year of my life to Nicolas Cage and I did not see this movie.
The sell of that movie of like Nick Cage just playing himself, like I don't know. I feel like that could have been better. Obi-Wan,
Remember when Dane, friend of the pod, spent like a quarter of his budget on Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent in our
Oh.
fantasy film league?
I think I have one that could unify both categories.
Well, are you going to take back Lightyear's
I
Scoot
don't
Hog?
think I want to. I'm just saying this one is so powerful that it
Okay.
could unify. The Lord of the Rings show.
Ooh, that's too true.
Who asked for it? We have our Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's too true.
And also
Fuck.
the people that were mad stoked, not a one of them is it got it exactly
Yeah,
what
That's too.
there are people
yeah.
there are people online who are like, listen, like it turned out like pretty good.
You know what? I'm okay with fucking dead sprinting and tackling the mailman, preventing Chris Evans from getting the Scoot Hog, and just sending a giant plus size Scoot Hog
Oh
to
my god. Okay.
the Lord of the Rings crew.
So we are tackling Lightyear. We're beating it to the ground, grabbing that Scoot Hog.
Are you okay
polishing
with this,
it up.
Ernie? You were also a person who combined these and then disbanded them and then recombined them.
I know. I feel bad.
This is why we do this. You know, it's a collaborative process. Is what
the
this
power of the
podcast
hog.
is. Congratulations, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Team Rings of Power on your Scoot Hog. Biggest missed opportunity, aka Who Asked for This? All right. The next category is the most delightful, joyous, good time
Mm.
award. The nominees are Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, RRR, and Glass Onion.
No Ticket to Paradise here. I'm
Oh, that's a
nominating
good,
that.
That's a good nom. I like that.
Man, talk about a movie. I was just happy while watching. I was just happy. I was just having a good time.
What do you think, Drew?
I don't know, because like I had a delightful, like a whimsical time watching Top Gun,
Okay.
just because it was such like it's just such like
Yeah.
a wow, a movie.
It's a movie
Goddamn.
movie.
But I don't want to give it to Top Gun. We're giving too much.
We gave one award to Top Gun. Jesus, you're doing what the Academy's doing. Where it's like, well, we can't give it Best Director because we're going to give it Best Picture. Oh, we can't give it Best Picture because we're going to give it Best Production Design. Like, we got to still.
I know, but
award
it
the
also
best movies of the year.
it sort of downplays the tension in that film to call it this. You know what I mean? And that would almost be an insult to the movie.
Right.
Tom would return the hog.
This is like a
I
Golden
didn't
Globe
do
him.
it for your fucking good time.
Same goes
A
for
dad cinema. That's what I did it for.
same goes for Everything Everywhere. That's not delightful all the way through.
Yeah.
Marcel's a great one too.
I think that it has to
Man.
go to that, and I haven't even seen it.
Man, Marcel the Shell is just
That soun't like it would
So
be the
Ticket-
definition of a delight.
Ticket to Paradise is not your pick.
Ernie, decide between Marcel and Ticket to Paradise.
Well, you can't pick two.
I haven't seen either.
Drew,
Okay.
Drew, say that you love
However,
Marcel.
I have seen all of the Marcel videos on YouTube. They're the definition of a delightful good time.
They are delightful.
Okay.
There's some peril in Marcel.
I love the Ticket to Paradise pick. We had a great time. That was a packed screener.
It was a great time. We got
Everyone-
a drink beforehand. It
everyone
was nice. It was-
that I think that movie just does not play as well at home. I haven't tried it. I just am sure of it. But that full pack theater was like the perfect way to experience that movie. And it was a delightful, joyous, good time. So congratulations. Ticket to Paradise, George Clooney,
Yeah.
Julia Roberts on your Scoot Hog.
To be honest, I can't fully call Marcel a delightful, joyous, good time because also I did cry a lot while watching Marcel.
Yeah, it is
so
a little sad.
I do have to be
Yeah.
prepared. Well, also just because I see him just trying as hard as he puts honey on his shoes
Yeah.
to walk on the walls. And I cry because if I was there, I'd just lift him up.
Shout out to RRR.
I'd just lift him up and put him where he needs to go.
RRR is also a fucking great time.
See, but it is like a thing of if you're saying delightful, good, joyous time, that almost, again, that kind of does the Top Gun thing where it's like it is
deflates it.
downplaying
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the drama that is in that movie.
Okay. The next category is most overrated, aka the one we didn't get. The nominees are The Whale, Elvis, EO, the donkey EO.
I think you liked EO.
I liked it. It was like #1 on the New York Times
Yeah,
best of
that's-
list.
That's
What?
wild.
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah. Bullet Train. 74% Rotten Tomatoes score
Okay.
on audience score. Bullet Train. And those are all the nominees I have for this.
Do people like The Whale?
It got Brendan Fraser is like a
And Han
contender.
Chow, yeah.
It got a bunch of fucking nominations. It's winning shit.
The Whale is bad. It's really, really bad. And Elvis, I thought was fun. It's like bad, but like in like a fun way. It's like a good bad. So for that reason, I would lean towards The Whale.
I'd vote Bullet Train. I feel like it's an easy target because it's so sublimely hateable.
I saw some people pick it as like their favorite of the year. I was like shocked.
I'm okay with this going to Bullet Train, a movie that I have not seen, but like I also don't want to give anything to Darren.
It's
Even if it's a bad award, I don't want him to get shit from us.
That's right.
I don't want him to know that we exist.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
yeah.
he's gonna like make a metaphor about how like we're Satan in his next movie because every movie about the Bible.
Bullet Train having a 74%
That is-
audience score.
I'm glad that you had the fucking the digits pulled up here.
That's alarming.
You got receipts.
It's like the classic movie that someone who, and I don't mean this pejoratively, but it's someone who doesn't watch movies would like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They see Thomas the Tank and they're like, they're still doing the joke. Oh my god.
It's just it's spectacle. It's overstimulating. It's, you know what I mean. It feels big. It has movie stars. And it absolutely collapses in on itself by the end of it.
It's a train wreck, literally.
It totally could have had me on board, maybe even till about halfway through. I was like, all right, this is annoying, but I got to admit they're doing a solid job. And then by the end, I no longer thought the second part either. So
Congratulations, Brad Pitt,
Ryan Reynolds,
Channing Tatum,
Bad Bunny.
Booney on your Scoot Hog for Bullet Train.
It doesn't even go to what's his name?
David Leitch.
It doesn't even go to David Leitch.
No,
That man was not on set.
great stunts, man.
The next award is the Most Tears, aka the Gut Punch Award. The nominees are Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, Better Call Saul, Avatar: The Way of Water,
Don't.
and Marcel the
Come on.
Shell with Shoes On.
Man, when you see them like
The
go
Tulkun?
underwater,
No.
honestly, I did. I think I cried in every single one of these movies that you listed, and that probably says more about me than the movies that you put together on here. This is tough because I think that Top Gun has the single biggest tear-jerking scene in any movie, the Val Kilmer scene.
Well, the end too.
And actually, honestly, it's
The
it's what my dad would have done.
dude,
Talk to me, Dad.
Incredible.
Oh. Fuck, maybe it's gotta go to Top Gun. I did have Marcel on here, because Marcel does make me cry.
They
when
also
I see Marcel trying his hardest.
It's hard to give them that award when that tier was built up over 30 plus years. You know what I mean?
So I mean, Todd Field took like 18 years to make a movie.
I know, but like
sometimes things are better to sit in the chamber.
I know, but just like the fact that those scenes hit is the result of a different movie. You know what I mean? Partially.
Yeah.
So what's your pick then?
I'm going to have to go with The Good Nurse.
I can't.
You're just sobbing. You're dry heaving at this point in The Good Nurse. Drew, what movie made you cry this year?
I'm looking.
He hasn't seen the tool.
Did you watch like a doc that made you cry?
I mean, Everything Everywhere is a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Fableman's got me there a couple of times. No, you're probably right. I mean, Top Gun is a great choice.
It's so cathartic.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
My coming into this, I was gonna say Marcel, and then as soon as you mentioned Top Gun, I was like, fuck, there are a lot of tearjerkers. It's Top Gun though.
All right, congratulations, Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, Miles Teller,
Second WBAMMY of the night.
The United States Department of Defense, the U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your Scoot Hog, Top Gun Maverick. Okay, the next award is the Nostalgia Award, previously awarded to Spider-Man No Way Home. That's who it went to last year. The nominees are Top Gun Maverick,
Interesting.
The Fablemans, and Elvis.
What about Doctor Strange?
Sure. That's a solid pick.
I mean,
if you have nostalgia for like,
doesn't it?
I don't know.
Is that not the movie that brings back the Spider-Mans?
No, that's No Way Home from last year. Doctor Strange brought back, what's his name?
Patrick Stewart.
Oh, who cares?
And
Never
then
mind.
I have a future nostalgia for when John Krasinski plays Mr. Fantastic.
Sure.
It's got to be Top Gun Maverick, right? Like it's kind of got to be.
Glass Onion brought back the 90s, or no, not the Ambulance brought back the dream of the 90s.
Yeah.
Glass Onion brought back Kate Hudson.
That's nostalgic.
Are we giving another award to Tom Cruise?
What were your other? Elvis is nostalgic
Elvis,
for a certain for a certain era.
Top Gun has to win because it is a whole type of movie that is nostalgia in it of itself.
A classic movie.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tom Cruise, on your fourth.
Fourth? Oh my God! Wait, fourth?
I think it's third.
Yeah, it's gotta be the third. It just won back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third award of the night. The next award is I love this award.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great award. The I didn't see that, I'll have to check it out award.
I have a runaway winner for this, but go ahead and give us the nominees.
The nominees are Women Talking, She Said, Bardo, Causeway, EO, and Aftersun.
It has to go to Aftersun. The fact that I have seen this movie and just like I saw it because it was like, oh yeah, every critic this is their number one movie of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what?
Last year this award went to Drive My Car.
That's a good one.
So it'd be fitting.
I do like I like Women Talking as well. That's very strong.
It's a different type of I need to see that.
I'll have to check it out.
It's like you're like in like a loud bar and you want to sound like you're like really hip and like you love women's rights. So you're like, oh dude, I love it when women talk. I need to check that out.
Yeah, and you're like, oh damn it, I got the nomination. Like,
yeah, you like pull it up. Oh my God, I got 2 noms.
I must check it out. It's probably gonna win.
See, if I was the Academy, I would give it to them because I love when women talk like guys on First Date.
Guy who picks that at our Oscar party this year to win the best picture.
Writes it in for every category.
I'm a big
ally. Such an ally. She said, have people forgotten that movie exists?
Yeah,
I think that's the problem with that.
They don't have to check it out anymore.
Check it out. It did not serve its one purpose that was made. A movie that I liked. I actually like She Said, but also I like every journalism movie. So That's on me.
I love women talking. That's a great pick. Let's go with women talking for the. Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
After Sun is a really good one too. I think women talking is just more likely to have more people know about it in general.
That's fair. Then, every critic that you ever know is just like After Sun.
Yeah, Adam Naiman.
Hey, I do have to check it out. Like I have to, So congratulations on your Scoot Hog, Sarah Polly, and the whole cast of Women Talking. Maybe don't like put it on the shelf. Maybe like put it in a drawer somewhere. You don't have to display it. Like it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay.
It's not that big of a dick.
The next award is a huge award. Absolutely stacked category. It's Scene of the Year. The nominees are the Golden Hour sequence in Babylon, the Natu Natu dance in RRR, the whole get the shot horseback riding in Nope, the Mach 10 or the time trial. You have to pick one in Top Gun Maverick. The Juilliard scene in Tar.
That's up there for me.
That's a good one.
Sammy discovers a secret in his film, or the ending with John Ford in The Fabelmans, and the fanny pack fight in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
The problem with a lot of those is they're great scenes whenever you say them in the movie, but like they aren't necessarily things that I think of whenever I think of the movie. Like, for example, the fanny pack scene. That's a great sequence. That's not like when you say like, name scenes and Everything Everywhere. That's not one that my mind immediately goes to. Same thing for the finding the secrets in the home film. I think the genius of a film like Babylon is it's kind of a series of scenes, a series of set pieces. And my pick is the Golden Hour scene. I know you haven't seen it, Drew, but that's like, I clapped at my home whenever I watched it for a second time. I was just like, Damien,
It's fucking
motherfucker,
amazing.
you
It's
did it.
so good.
You fucking did it.
That's fair, and I will not contest if you want to go with that. Shout out to it. You do shout out a good scene in Nope. It's not my favorite scene in Nope is the problem. The only thing that would give it true contest in my mind is the Tar scene.
Yeah. The Juilliard scene is so good.
Yeah, because
so good. Especially because the first time you see it, you don't have the context of the rest of the film, and then you can kind of look back on that scene and like reinterrogate the conversation.
Yeah, you're very, very slowly learning a lot about her over the course of one shot.
Yeah.
One shot, one scene, an insane amount of lines.
Yeah. It's literally like watching like LeBron or someone put up like 50 points.
Yeah.
It's the Klay Thompson third quarter.
Yeah.
It's just like all in like one short segment. It's like, oh my God, he just fired up another 3 and it went in. Like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the fucking time trial, the run, the 2-minute 15-second run in Top Gun. Because
I would give it to the practice over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the trial run.
I would give it to the trial run as far as a scene, because the actual them doing the Mach 10 is like the third act of the movie. It's not really one scene.
Mach 10 is how the movie starts. The Ed Harris.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The time trial, that is a scene in which any other movie that you could end the movie there, and I would walk out the theater like I got my money's worth at the end of that scene. Like, oh shit, like fuck, you did it.
Yeah.
The movie climax, and the fact that like it keeps going from there, it just kind of highlights how good that scene is. And then just the fact that like, god damn, the way people's faces are reacting to him, to what he's doing, it just encapsulates the whole theme of that movie.
And like you can see like that they're actually in the plane, because Tom is like not like he's like acting, but also like you can just tell like they're flying a plane very fucking fast, and it's like wait, like his like body is actually like getting whipped around in this fucking plane right now.
I do have to just give it to Babylon though,
It's Golden Hour
because
scene.
That scene, that is one of the rare moments in the theater where it hits different. Like I rarely do I feel the need to like stand up in the middle of a movie and cheer. I didn't, obviously, because I have self-control, but like I needed every bone in my body.
Though. We metaphorically high-fived in the theater as this was happening.
It is a filmmaking achievement, what he does. It's also so good.
It's only gotten better as I've like read interviews and like listened to podcasts with Damien Chazelle talking about it. He's like, it was a fucking nightmare on set. This movie was very stressful and impossible.
Congratulations, Damien Chazelle, and the whole Babylon crew on your Scoot Hog Scene of the Year.
Good job by you.
All right. The next award is a new award for this year. It is Smile of the Year. The nominees are Smile, the movie.
Okay.
The Smile, the band.
Okay.
And the final shot of Pearl.
Oh, that's a good smile.
Smile of the year.
It's Julia Roberts was in a movie this year too.
Oh, Ticket to Paradise. That's right.
Here's the thing. I don't want to go full like I don't want to go full Social Network on you guys, but drop the Smile.
The movie Smile?
It's just the movie Smile.
You saw it?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I like Julia Roberts.
That is a smile.
Where should we go here?
The other smiles. Do you want to talk about Tom Cruise's smile where his teeth aren't completely aligned or that smile? Or
how about the Mona Lisa smile in Glass Onion?
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. I like that.
How about The Good Nurse?
I can't.
Does the bad nurse ever smile?
Oh, he smiles.
Oh no. Is it like a malicious little smile?
He's a little devil.
Oh no.
So what's your pick?
I don't know.
Ernie, you had the vote here. You have the power.
I like Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Nice.
Congratulations,
Cool.
Julia Roberts.
Damn, Ticket to Paradise. 2 wins.
I know.
Look at that. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
We
On your
believe in
Scoot Hog.
traditional films.
Let's
here.
go.
All right, we're back. The jacket is off. The tie is loose. And we are in the home stretch, boys. Just a few more awards left here.
We are going over time. We're gonna have to start playing off our Scoot winners here.
Right,
They won't be
yeah.
able to give their acceptance speeches.
They were talking to each other. Darren Aronofsky had to be like restrained because he was so upset that he didn't win.
Yeah.
So
He was like, you guys are treating me just like they treated Jesus. It's exactly the same what's happening right now. Don't you see that?
And the earth and the way people treat the earth.
Yeah.
It's all the same, okay?
Joseph Kaczynski is so excited with all his Scoot Hogs.
Do you think that whenever Noah Baumbach is like, they're going to do like a writers roundtable for like rejected writers that didn't get nominated for best screenplay, and it'll be like Noah Baumbach on there just like, I just tried to write this like this unadaptable book, and we're just going to have him on there and just be like, hey, look, I adapt an unadaptable book all the time. It's called the Bible. Ever read it?
It's a little tough.
Okay.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah. Try and adapt that. Noah.
Yeah. Plot twist you already have. You didn't even know it.
All right.
Every story's the same.
The next category is the Straggler Award for the best film or TV show furthest from the top 10. The nominees are Prey, the Predator in the 1600s movie, All Quiet on the Western Front, Turning Red, White Noise, Scream 5, aka Scream, The Boys. I know this was in your top 10,
Yeah,
Drew.
so
By default.
And Players,
oh, yeah. You told us about that.
the Paramount Plus show.
I have a new category, and I have my same pick for both of these awards.
Okay.
My new category, I call it the Nomadland Award for the best movie I'll never watch again.
Okay.
And for that and the Straggler Award, I'm giving it to The Northman.
Interesting.
The Northman is floating in the 30s on my top movies of the year this year. It's a great movie. I like it. Unless I'm just like looking back at Robert Eggers movies, I'm sorry, I'm probably not gonna watch that one. I would rather revisit The Vava Itch or The Lighthouse before that. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my nominee. Any thoughts on either of these?
I like that. I like that one. I would bring up maybe The Menu.
Okay.
Because ostensibly it is a very good movie. It got on my nerves. And it's hard to put a finger on why. I also watched Megan last week, and it reminded me a lot of Megan in terms of not committing to a
go one way or the other. Yeah,
commit to a genre. It's not that it has to be in a genre, but like go farther than you did.
If you're gonna be genre fluid in something like Barbarian, then just really like go for it.
Be funnier, be scarier, be both, whatever you want. But I think the Northwind is a really good one because it came. Everyone agreed that it was good, and no one had it on their list. I think that's as clean cut of a winner as you can.
I really wanted to put it on my list. I think the fact that I didn't speaks volumes. It's not low on my top 10, but the fact that it wasn't in the top 10, I think tells you everything you need to know. So congratulations, Robert Eggers, Alexander Skarsgård, Ethan Hawke, the whole team on your Scoo Hog, Northman.
Completely forgot that Ethan Hawke was in that movie. Until you said that right now, I'm like, oh yeah, shit. Ethan Hawke had like just cameo performances in 2 movies this year that were both really good.
The next award is the Limitless Award for the one that wasn't great but stole your heart. The nominees are Ambulance, Ticket to Paradise, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And I didn't add any more, but I'm sure there are more.
Where you can tell that we're reaching the end here, that we're running out. You had like 12 deep nominees early on in the broadcast, and it's a 2-horse race between Ticket to Paradise and Ambulance, but I want to give it to Ambulance for like just the experience of the 3 of us watching Ambulance together it was great. It was one of the best theater.
Also, it feels like Ambulance should have more awards by now from us. You know,
the WBAMMYs were made.
It's time to start cranking them out. It's time to start handing them to Michael.
If the Michael Mann, if Ferrari comes out this year, then it might sweep the WBAMMYs. It might win every single award next year. So our 2 Michaels.
We woo. Congratulations to Michael Bay, Jake Gyllenhaal, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, the whole team.
There was no way that
your first WBAMMY of the night.
Like sight unseen, product not delivered, this movie had already won.
Right.
This might as well just be renamed the Ambulance Award.
I want to give a shout out to Crimes of the Future just because I really, really enjoyed watching it and it's not great.
Speaking of, the next award is the What the Fuck Award. The What the Fuckers, What the Fuck Nicks, What the Fuckaroonies Award for the movie that made you say, what the fuck? The nominees are Men, Babylon, Blonde, and Crimes of the Future.
It's funny because what the fuck can be like what the fuck, man? Like in a happy way, and also like, what the fuck, dude? This is an abortion movie now?
The winner's gotta be movie? Like Crimes of the Future is so what the fuck, and it's all the way through. And when you think that it's just so weirdly mellow and like blasé about the insane shit happening in it. And I love that flavor. I love that feel.
I'm gonna see it. I gotta see it.
It's a fun watch. It's weird. Kristen Stewart's performance is what the fuck. She's so like quirked up and like twitchy and horny. What's his name is absolutely slaying. Like
Viggo.
Yeah, Viggo is just he's so
cranked out.
He's so good. He's squatting a lot. He's good at it. It wins for me, but you guys haven't seen it.
I mean, the thing is that I'm okay with just making this the Cronenberg What the Fuck Award because also Brandon Cronenberg has a movie that's coming out today.
Are we jumping in?
This,
are we dipping in?
We're jumping headfirst into the infinity pool.
Let's do it.
And I think that the last Brandon Cronenberg movie was, I think, my nominee for the What the Fuck Award, wherever that came out in like 2019. So I'm fine with just anytime a Cronenberg makes a film, it just goes to that movie.
Hey.
So there we go.
Special shout out, Triangle of Sadness.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
It gets disgusting.
yeah. The poo poo pee pee puke award.
That's a different award, the Poo Poo Pee Pee Award.
Congratulations, Team Cronenberg, Team Crimes of the Future, on your Scoot Hog. All right. Now is time for a very special. This is when like you realize in the broadcast that like they've been rushing people through their speeches so that like some random person could just get a special award. We have reached that special award, folks. It's time for the Barack Obama Honorary Award for Achievement in Drone Technology.
Let's go.
Who are the nominees?
There is no nominee.
It just goes to Michael Bay. It's just
The award goes to Michael Bay.
congratulations, Michael Bay. And Drew, you were worried. You're like, God, I don't know if Ambulance is going to be a big winner here. I have it all over my prediction ballot.
Yeah. Little did I
you know that we had the honorary Barack Obama
This is a
award.
diamond bedazzled Scoot Hog.
Wow.
This is like the equivalent of the Flash enters the Speed Force.
Yeah. Michael Bay is sending a drone with a USB drive with a video acceptance speech on it. It has not arrived yet.
Yeah, well, it's busy like doing like flips around the building.
Yeah, I think he saw a pretty lady walking down the street and started following her instead.
Yeah.
He's getting some upskirt.
Ambulance, incredible movie, incredible watching experience, incredible drones.
Good drones.
Congratulations on your Barack Obama honorary achievement.
It's gonna be rough to give this out in future years,
In
man.
drone technology.
We're gonna have to do
We are simply going to have to do it.
well, Michael Bay has another film coming out this year, fortunately. So hopefully there's lots of
We'll see.
drones in Transformers 6.
We'll see.
Hopefully Biden really steps it up in terms of killing
Yeah.
civilians.
Biden, you have the chance for us to rename this award after you. Take notes from your predecessor, okay?
The next award is the best A24 movie not made by A24.
Mm-hmm.
The nominees are Cha Cha Real Smooth, Bones and All, and On the Count of Three.
My pick is Bones and All. I think
Yeah.
that movie like really wants to be an A24 movie. And it's
so
what?
bad.
Is it United
Yeah,
Artists?
something.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
It's like more of an indie than even A24, I think.
What are you thinking, Drew?
I'm doing some research. A lot of the potential winners this year were made by A24.
Yeah, A24 really had.
Which
They were
unfortunately
indicative of
does disqualify them
themselves.
from the circuit.
It's the one thing. It's the one thing you can't.
It's the one thing you didn't have to do.
Oh yeah, it was a United Artists via MGM.
Yeah,
My pick is Bones and All.
it's a great pick.
I feel like they wouldn't have had the budget to do it like this, but I think that Tar shares a little bit of DNA with some of the more prestige A24 movies.
Banshees, not a bad one.
Banshees, yeah.
It's a little too grown. It's a little
Yeah.
it's a little too adult.
A little long in the tooth to actually be an A24 film.
Yeah.
The thing
Solid
is that
pick, though.
whenever we made this category 4 years ago, A24 could be more easily typecast.
Right.
And A24 has grown. They now might have a Best Picture frontrunner. So
The Menu.
Oh, that's a solid pick too.
It's low budget.
Yeah.
You know, it's very contained. It's very hip. It's funny.
It's a little too schlocky, I would say. A24 likes to get like their brand is very elevated.
I mean, they made Bodies.
the funniest,
that's right.
it's
yeah.
too bad that they made After Sun, because After Sun is the most classic
Yeah.
A24 pick
What about
ever,
did they
and
make After
they didn't
Yang
make it.
as well?
Yes.
Yes,
Son
yeah,
of a
they
bitch.
made both the
They
afters.
really made them all.
Yeah.
they knew their lane this year. Yeah, my pick would still be Bones and All. I think
I
that
think
movie
that's a
has
great one.
it has like it's trying to be like an indie romance, but also like it's got this like dark underbelly to it. That's like it's kind of for millennials,
Great pick.
It has Timothée Chalamet.
Right.
and that does
That
does
bumps
good.
you up. That's
It's-
yeah. Congratulations, Bones and All, on your second Scoot Hog of the night.
Wow.
I think it is the second. Yeah,
You won't find that anywhere
It
else.
won for the Handyman Award.
That's right.
So yeah,
That's a great nominee for the Disappointment Award, by the way. Like that movie should have been. That should be on all of our lists. It should have been incredible.
I love that movie.
yeah, that's why it's I mean, I like it, but
All right.
It should have been so much better.
should have.
The next award is the best dance sequence. Another new award.
Did you create this award so that you can give it to one?
The nominees are RRR, After Yang, Batado, Elvis, and Cha Cha Real Smooth.
Man, in my heart and in my soul, I want to give it to After Yang, because After Yang is going to leave this award show, much like it is with the actual Academy Awards, with nothing. And I feel like that's almost better for its legacy. That it just gets pushed to the side. It's Natu. This is the Natu Award. You created this category so you can give it to it. This is like basically category fraud right now, that you created a category just so that you could give.
Hey, there was some good.
more
There was
things.
some good dancing this year.
Yeah.
A category fraud where the category is the fraud.
The category is the fraud.
The
I can't wait for this.
entire
I can't wait for this to disappear next year when you're like, looks like nobody danced in a movie this year. Okay, moving on to the next.
No
award.
wiggling.
Um,
No wiggling.
Shout out to Elvis and the way that those women reacted whenever he jiggled
Yeah.
his hips.
Absolutely losing their minds. Congratulations, Team RRR, on your second Scoot Hog of the night. The next category is the best duo, parentheses, riding on each other's shoulders. So not all of these duos are riding on each other's shoulders, but some of them are. The nominees are RRR. They ride on each other's shoulders.
shoulders.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Chef and
They do
Rakakuni.
ride on each
Chef and
other's shoulders.
Rakakuni too.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They figuratively and spiritually ride on each other's shoulders, but not literally. The Banshees of Inisherin. We would like them to.
I was gonna say they actually aren't. They're like the worst duo.
If there's
But they love
Most
each other.
one-sided duo.
it would have been fun to see a little bit more of them being friends in the
Yeah.
beginning.
A flashback montage of them just like being boys.
Payakan and Loak in Avatar: The Way of
let's
Water.
go. Man,
My favorite Navi and whale friends. I love them. And they don't ride on each other's shoulders because whales don't have shoulders, but they would if they had them. But they swim together. Ticket to Paradise, George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
ex-wife Julia Roberts. Yeah.
And Nick Cage and oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
In Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Mav and Rooster, just in the third act there.
Okay, I like that.
I would give the award though to Chef and Rakakuni, because there's nothing more pure than their friendship. There's no conflict there.
I have another solid nominee. Michelle Williams and Seth Rogen.
Yikes. It's
True, like it's a partnership so powerful it destroyed a whole family.
Well-
it made her name a monkey after him.
how about this? Uncle Benny and Steven Spielberg's filmography.
Yeah.
Okay, because one doesn't exist without the other.
Right.
Without
The whole
Uncle Benny there,
artistic juice.
then Spielberg, we don't get Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get Jurassic.
Yeah,
Park.
if his dad wasn't a cuck,
Yeah,
who knows where we would be?
he'd be like the CEO of like IBT or something like that. IBM. IBT. I'd be his nuts.
Michael Bay and Michael Bay's ideas.
Michael
Mhm.
Bay and drones.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. I haven't seen RRR. It seems like that may have gone into this category's
The
creation.
best bromance of all time. Makes you believe in friendship.
We can't give Ernest too much of this. He created a category just to already give them one award.
Daniel Kaluuya and Jean Jacket.
Oh,
Okay,
I
that's a
like
good one.
this.
I like that.
I like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
I'm just naming nominees because it does give you a good amount of clout just to get the nomination.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Of course.
They'll get like a VOD,
You're going like-
a VOD bump for Jordan.
Man, these fucking participation trophies right now that we're just handing out with our 24 nominees.
I know.
How about The Whale and Food?
Oh my god!
If we're just gonna give out things.
The meatball sub that he almost chokes and dies on.
Brendan Fraser and Reddit.
God damn.
Drew, what's your pick?
That movie is a minefield to talk about.
Jesus Christ.
It's like you can't say anything about it. It's just like any opinion is a bad opinion.
I gotta pick Raccacoonie just because of,
You said best duo before, and I had this written down, and then I asked for a refresher on what the categories are, just so that I knew that I was missing them, and you added riding on each other's shoulders, and I was like, well, I guess this is obviously the pick then, because they literally ride on each other's shoulders. And also, no conflict there. They're just two nice people. They're just having a beneficial relationship with each other, and I appreciate that.
Congratulations to Michelle Yeoh, Chef, and Raccacoonie.
Is this the first award win for Everything Everywhere tonight?
I believe it is.
Wow.
Congratulations, Team Everything Everywhere.
Man, is it going to be able to pull this out? Might
on
be
your first Scoot Hog of the night. All right, now we're starting to get into some big boy categories as we wind down into the end.
Real quick, can I just throw out one award
Yeah.
that might stick around in future years? It might not, but I think that's worth saying. This is the Reddit Honorary Achievement in Incel Cinema.
Okay.
And my one nominee is Riddler in the Batman.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching my stream. I love this. This is great.
Dano.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Are there any other? That's my only nominee that I
What is
wrote down.
it? So the Reddit, what's it called?
It's just a guy who just seems like he's really online. It's the Reddit Honorary Achievement in Incel Cinema.
Okay.
So anybody who just has big incel energy, anybody who just feels like they're just like, oh my God, dude, I saw that on like freaking Advice Animals 3 years ago.
Paul Dano, you did not get nominated for an Oscar, but congratulations on your Scoot Hog.
Cool. Best animal performance.
I thought about this because
So-
we did this in our critics group.
Yeah, there's 3. There's, of course, Jenny and Banshee's of Inisherin. Just a good donkey. And then there's another donkey, EO,
Mhm.
in the film EO. And then there's Dog in Dog. Nobody wants to talk about Dog in Dog.
Oh, dog. Yeah.
Nobody wants he got a whole fucking movie named after him. He's the dog.
Did you watch it?
No. But I know there's a dog in it, and that's more than most movies that have animal performances. And then Jean Jacket.
Jean Jacket. I was gonna nominate.
Yeah.
Jean Jacket is
Those are the 4
The
nominees.
flying jean jacket or the horse jean jacket?
no the flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's an
bel-
animal.
I totally.
think. I
I
don't know.
genuinely believed that Jean Jacket was evil when it turns out it's just an actor.
Right. It's a great performance.
It is a good
by an
performance.
animal. So do you have a pick?
No, well, I'm the MC now.
What about the monkey?
my
you?
God,
You have to pick a pick.
What about the
To make a
chimp?
pick.
I mean,
the chimp and Nope. There you go. That's another one. Yeah.
that's not a real. That's a human performing as a chimp. That's like giving Andy Serkis best performance.
Have
by
you
an
seen
animal.
it? Andy Serkis looks like a fucking monkey.
He does have big.
We should give it to him
energy.
for Batman.
I mean, we got like actual animals mixed up with non-actual animals here. Let's
Listen. You can give it-
Extraterrestrial
okay.
animals are still animals.
Ernie, just think about this. Actors have won Best Actor for lip syncing in biopics. Okay, so like that's basically the same thing as a guy being in a suit and playing an animal is basically the same thing as Rami Malek winning Best
Okay.
Actor for Freddie
Well,
Mercury.
I'm scared that Nope won't win anything. So let's go ahead and give it to Jean Jacket.
Is that your pick too, Drew? Jean Jacket.
Yes.
Okay.
Close second is the donkey in Banshees.
Yeah, I really thought it was
Such a
going to go to
sweet-
Jenny.
Such a sweet little donkey.
Man, Jenny just going to get completely forgotten here, but Jean Jacket.
Does Banshees have anything?
No.
Yeah, Banshees might get shut out tonight.
It's fine.
Do you want to do your best performance in a good movie? Worst performance in a best performance in a bad movie? Worst performance in a good movie?
Should have thought of people to name these after. I feel like it'd be easy if we thought about it for a minute. Do we have any nominees?
Best performance in a bad movie. It's Well, I'll say not the winner. I think he's actually good in a movie that I otherwise kind of detest. Daniel Jimenez Cacho in Bardo.
Oh, the lead guy.
I actually think that he is actually giving a good performance.
he's trying.
Because he's like annoying in the movie. It's like, yeah, you're playing Alejandro, right? But it's
Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
He's great.
He's really good. Yeah,
he's going for it. He's going for
The
it, man.
disdain Hunter has.
He's really good. I'm excited to see him in Killers of the Flower Moon this year. But I think it would have to go to Jake Gyllenhaal and Ambulance.
Eddie Redmayne.
Let me just.
Oh my God! Is this the Good Nurse category?
I know this is the Good Nurse award. Let me just shout out because I'm just looking through. Christian Bale in Thor: Love and Thunder. He's just in a completely different movie.
That's if I'm talking about movies that like I really hated, but just a performance that I loved, he has the biggest floor to ceiling of those two.
Yeah. And that's probably Olivia Colman in Empire of Light, maybe.
Haven't seen it. Never will. Probably.
Pierce Brosnan in Black Adam.
Nah, definitely.
I can't.
Yeah, sure.
I can't.
Let's give it to him.
Yeah!
You got your award. You got your award. Congratulations, Eddie Redmayne. Good job by you.
Congrats.
I
Scoot Hog.
I don't know why I can't stop thinking about that movie. It's because it's so clear to me what they did wrong, and it makes me laugh so hard. I love that. And also the fact I've talked about this with both of you off mic. The fact that this story is one of the most unbelievable stories of the 21st century.
A real story.
That a man killed as many as 400 human beings, and a lot of people knew about it and didn't stop him. They turned that into the most boring movie of all time. Really great job.
Bummer.
It's really the award really goes to the filmmakers behind the movie, because they're the ones that worked harder than Redmayne to make it bad, you know?
Yeah.
How are we feeling about worst performance in a good movie?
I don't have any nominees for this. Do you guys have any nominees? I was trying to think. The movies that I enjoyed the most, there weren't really any big weak links in it that come to mind.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
I know there's some people who would say Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans, but like I like her.
Hard disagree.
Yeah,
I think
I really like her performance. A lot of people have beef with her nomination, but I think it's I like what she's doing, especially because well, yes, there is definitely a gender factor here where because she's playing a hysterical woman, that's one of the things that people I think are more annoyed about. That I think that's definitely a driving factor. Also, she's playing like every mother figure in every Steven Spielberg movie to this point, like kind of all in this one performance that makes it even more complicated.
Just have you ever met someone who wanted to make it in showbiz? They're over the top people.
Yeah,
they're crazy. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't have anything jumping out at me.
This has definitely happened in years past. We can keep this on the docket because there's definitely been times in other movie years where it's like, oh God, this movie was great, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, maybe if I had to pick something, like maybe John Hamm in Top Gun.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's anyone.
It's not terrible.
I just don't know if there's anyone who you'd be like, wow, that's really good. Like his lines suck.
The thing is that if it wasn't John Hamm, you wouldn't think twice about that character.
Right.
It's just a nothing character. But since it's John Hamm,
it's not because of him.
Look more into it.
Yeah, it's just the character.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, Eddie Redmayne, on your Scoot Hog.
Job for you,
Please display it prominently next to your Oscar, we ask. Okay. While we're in this kind of zone here, let's just throw out Best Bagel. Everything Everywhere.
Are you're making up awards here to just give to more?
Hold on. Have we watched Fleischman is in Trouble? I feel like there would be.
Why would you say that?
The bagel, bagel in the Fabelmans in the locker.
Bagelman.
Oh my God.
Sammy Bagelman.
Best Scary Cloud. I'll never look at a cloud the same again. The clouds are done.
I'm excited for this one next year.
Can we do best movie that did make me tempted to enlist in the U.S. Navy after leaving the movie theater? The
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay.
Ticket to Paradise because of the travel.
Let's power through these last few
okay,
ones, boys.
I'll give you worst performance in a good movie really quick. I think Skarsgård in Barbarian was fine. I didn't think he was great.
So,
yeah. The thing is the
give
casting.
it a bad performance though. The thing is that he's playing audiences' expectations of Alexander Skarsgård when they see him in a movie.
Yeah,
they get
that's,
scared
Bill
when they see him. Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, it's the casting. It's because he's Pennywise.
Yeah.
Like you need to fear him. Yeah,
I disagree with that because I actually like the choice of what he's doing because it is like first time you're watching Barbarian, you're like, I don't fucking trust this guy at all.
I know. I don't know. I still don't really know what he can do.
Well,
I
you don't like
guess.
clowns, so
I'm scared.
Chris Hemsworth in Spiderhead.
Was
Oh
he
wait, no.
was he
I have
the
this
problem with
backwards.
that movie?
I have this backwards.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
for the other category. Okay. Let us know. Write in for worst performance in a good movie. Okay. Best lead performance. The nominees are Cate Blanchett in Tar, Daniel Craig in Glass Onion, Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Margot Robbie in Babylon, Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin, Alexander Skarsgård in The Northman, and Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul.
Man, you didn't even mention Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh shit!
Nope.
That's a great.
My best actor pick of the year. Drew, where's your head at on this?
Kaluuya's great.
Tar.
Yeah, I think that there's a chance that like Cate Blanchett as Lydia Tarr could be viewed as like one of the best performances of the last of the 21st century so far.
Easily.
I think like we're not overrating what she's doing as Lydia Tarr. And like I love Michelle Yeoh and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that. I like that. I have that movie ranked higher currently on my whenever we did our best movies of the year. I had that above Tar. But if Michelle Yeoh beats Cate Blanchett for Best Actress at the Oscars, that's just like wrong. Like
It is
it's
like hard to serve cunt.
In the way that
It is so
Blanchett's
hard. She has depth. She lacks warmth. It's like the old Churchill quote. I'd call you a cunt, but you lack the depth in the. She's good in 1 billion ways. It's the performance of the last like couple of years, in my opinion.
It's an acting achievement. Congratulations, Lydia Tarr, on your Scoot Hog.
second Tar win tonight, right?
We are trying to figure out where it needs to be mailed to. We have a couple leads. Different. We've narrowed it down to about 3 places. So we will probably need a little bit of time to get this to you, Lydia.
Todd,
right?
if you have any knowledge about the whereabouts of Lydia Tarr, please let us know.
Yeah, we need to get this award to her.
It's like Mongolia. Is that where she was?
That is one of the options. Yes,
Sure.
yes.
It's one of them.
The next award is Best Needle Drop. The nominees are Running Up That Hill in Stranger Things, Let Down by Radiohead in The Bear, Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who in Top Gun Maverick, Something in the Way in The Batman, and I have multiple picks for Euphoria, including Lenny Kravitz and Steely Dan. I also have Worst Needle Drop, if you guys want to hear those.
Oh wait, what are those? I just want to hear more quick.
Anthony Fantano.
Anthony Fantano's divorced.
That melon fog.
Annoying.
Worst Needle Drop. The nominees are Paint It Black in Black Adam.
Cool.
It's a good. Is there a metaphor there? Or I don't get that one. You have to explain that one to me.
The 4 different Guns N' Roses songs in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, all of them are bad.
So just to just to recap, Stranger Things, The Bear, Top Gun, The Batman, and Euphoria.
So it doesn't count as a needle drop if it's going into the credits, right? That's not a needle drop. Because I would say Glass Onion and Glass Onion is a great one. But
that's just an end credit.
It's just an end credit song. That's not really. It kind of ties up the movie, but you're right. It's not a needle drop. I'm leaning towards Won't Get Fooled Again in Top Gun Maverick because I thought that we were done hearing that song in an effective way in a movie.
Right.
And like that song has probably been put in more movies than I can fucking count. It's like that and Creedence Clearwater for just like the most used needle drops in every fucking movie. And I didn't think it could work anymore. And then when they're just like flying around their plane and Tom Cruise zooms up in between the two of them and you can see the wind blast off of the planes, I was like, this rules. And every time I see the movie, I do get chills at that exact part.
I mean, that has a special place in my heart as a former huge fan of CSI Miami, which is literally a theme song. For culture purposes, it has to be either Batman or Stranger Things.
I mean, running up that hill.
Those two sound drops single-handedly charted the songs. Like two old songs.
And they're well used in the story.
Guys, can we give 2 fucking awards to Stranger Things? Though?
No. Well, here's the question. In Stranger Things, isn't it like more isn't it less of a needle drop and more of like a diegetic thing?
Yeah.
But I didn't
watch it.
So here's how it plays out. The character is listening to that song multiple times in the story.
Diegetic.
But the scene in which like the climactic scene, she doesn't have the headphones on.
But it's not the original. It's not the original recording of Running Up That Hill. It is like a more modern produced. It's a diegetic. You're right.
So she has the headphones on in the real world, but in the Upside Down she doesn't. Cuz it's like her ethereal being.
I would just rather give it to Batman. Which we shouldn't discount. It found a Nirvana song that people apparently didn't know of.
Yeah. It fucking rocks.
My personal favorite needle drop of the year. I'm not going to nominate it because I don't. It was just for me, but at the end of either ep 3 or 4 of Severance, when Petey passes out in the shower and we think he's dead and Daydream starts playing.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is like that gave me goosebumps when I watched it. I don't know why. That song is so perfect for that moment. A lot of great ones on Severance season 1. They spent their money. There's some great ones in The Boys. But those are like kind of like opening credits needle drops a lot of the time.
That's the problem with a lot of these. It's like there's a lot of like cut to credits great needle drop songs.
Well, the winner last year was Licorice Pizza.
Paul McCartney song.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me roll it. Let me roll it. So I think that example is just like if it clicks into the mood of the scene to create a great movie moment, that's really what defines this category.
So I think it's something in the way or Won't Get Food Again, and I'm cool with giving it to Something in the Way.
Congratulations to the Batman, cool. Matt Reeves,
good job,
Bobby Patty the Batty Daddy.
Happy for you guys.
On your Scoot Hog. Congratulations, Nirvana, on your Scoot Hog. I will not be sending it to Nirvana.
Where can we find Kurt? Oh.
Kurt Cobain?
Yeah. Where can we find his address?
No, I'm not sending it to Team Nirvana. It's going to Matt Reeves and Bobby Patty.
Cutting out the artist once again. Okay, Spotify.
I will just wave my little Euphoria flag over here and say that those needle drops are bangers.
What was your favorite needle drop in the season of Euphoria?
It Ain't Over Till It's Over by Lenny Kravitz and Dirty Work by Steely Dan instantly became like high heavy rotation picks on my playlist. Like I was hooked on those songs after I heard them in Euphoria. So check them out. All right. Next category is Best Original Music / Score. The nominees are RRR, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Babylon, Bones and All, and The Batman.
It's Babylon. It's Justin Hurwitz's best score yet. I'm at the point that I think that score is better than the Whiplash score.
Ooh,
I cannot stop listening to that score.
It's a great score.
One of my favorite scores I've ever listened to.
It's amazing.
That's it. Those are my thoughts on the Babylon score. It's perfect.
I don't want to fight you on it then.
It's really good.
It's really good. If Justin Hurwitz wasn't nominated for an Oscar, I was gonna be so fucking livid because the music of that movie is so good.
How are we feeling, Drew?
Do you have any? Do you want to make any kind of arguments for any of the other picks?
I mean, I love the Bones and All score.
Bones and All score is beautiful, really, really good,
Reznor
and really
Ross.
different from what Reznor and Ross have done in the past.
That it's such a crazy lineup of talent that they had on that movie for it to be so underwhelming.
That's the thing. It's a
so
classic
sad.
Candyman movie where it's just like, can we just have a do-over? I just want to take the same pieces and just try again.
The Batman score rocks.
I know, but I mean, RRR is almost like it's a musical, right? So that's tough to beat. I haven't seen it, so
It just has the one sequence, but all the music's great.
I'll leave it up to Ernie.
I love the Sunlock score in Everything Ever All at Once.
It's a good score.
It really elevates that.
That
movie.
would actually be my vote. But
Babylon.
yeah, and it's also it's easy for that score to get lost in the fold because there's just so much like coming at you in that movie.
Yeah.
But it is so good.
It makes a lot of the sequences. Like the feeling that you get in a lot of that movie is because of that score. But Babylon, man, that movie is a lot. It is jam packed with music, man, and it is all fucking amazing, and it's in your face. And yeah, let's do it. Babylon. Justin Hurwitz.
It's somehow Chazelle's movie that's least about music, and at the same time, his movie that is most about music at the same time.
It does have the most zooms into a trumpet. Congratulations on your Scoot Hog, Team Babylon.
Thank you, Justin.
Next category is the best supporting performance.
I like how we gave best lead performance before best supporting performance.
The nominees are Stephen Yeun in Nope.
Woo! Nice.
Jake Gyllenhaal in Ambulance.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Ke Huy Quan in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Tom Hanks in Elvis.
I can't wait for you to make the pitch.
Brendan Gleeson in The Banshees of Inisherin. Stephanie Sue in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jimmy Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Ray Seahorn in Better Call Saul. Pretty much a co-lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that category FOD for running Ray Seahorn and Best Supporting?
Yeah. It's not called Better Call Kim, but she is by all intents and purposes.
Yeah, but I mean,
co-lead.
God damn, that's my favorite. One of my favorite performances I've seen in general this year.
Want to shout out Dano. Oh, and take your pick.
Yeah. Either one. Both.
Did you say Dolly DeLeon?
No, that is a great pick. Triangle of Sadness.
Yep. Tremel Tillman in Severance.
Milkshake. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a great one.
Awesome.
That's a star-making performance. We should have a breakthrough actor category.
Let's do it.
And it can't go to someone young. It has to go to someone that's like been around.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's almost more impressive. Is like you fucking earned your stripes. You were like an extra on like 45 different things before you got to this.
We could do it right now. We could give Tremel.
Done.
Well, give me 2 seconds to think about other nominees.
No, for breakthrough. If you want to create, if we want to, we are 3D printing this. We have a shop in the back.
Oh my God. Jennifer, get back to work.
Yeah.
That's my mom.
We have little Pinocchios working the 3D printer.
3 different Pinocchios.
If we're giving best breakthrough performance, I have to give a shout out to Diego Calva in Babylon. That is a star-making performance. He is going toe-to-toe with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie and kind of owning the scenes.
Yeah.
Which is something, one, it's a credit to Damien Chazelle's script, and two, it's just a credit to like the fact that he is able to pull that much weight in those scenes.
Also, Gabriel Abel in Fablemans.
Yep. Yes, sir. I was looking up his name right now. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite performances the whole year.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
He's really good. I mean, it's a tall order.
The whole movie rides on him
in a Spielberg movie.
I worry for his future because it genuinely seems like he's like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, He's a short king.
But also
a
Spielberg
little
is
guy.
so good at manipulating perspective that
Yeah,
like
he can do it.
in the beginning, in like the first half of the movie, it feels like he's like 8 feet tall, and then the second half, when he goes to high school, he's like a
He's
foot.
tiny. He's
It's
just like
so
he's
cool.
fucking Sasquatch.
It's so funny.
All right, so we're doing a spin-off award to Jamel Tillman for Severance for breakthrough performance. Congratulations
Okay.
on your Scoot Hog. We good with that?
Yeah, sure.
And then best supporting performance. What we feeling?
Best supporting. It's hard to not say Ki Kwan. The only reason why I don't want to say him, to be perfectly honest, is because he's going to win the Oscar. But that feels unfair to him. I mean, if you're talking about just like comeback player of the year is like a big thing in like sports awards and stuff like that. And he had the biggest comeback player of the year
It's
campaign
like-
I've ever seen in my life.
It's like it's Geno Smith-esque.
he was like literally just
He was-
done.
yeah.
He was done. He was nothing. He was the guy on what was the movie that there was it was what was the movie going around where he had just fully become an acting coach of teaching people like a stunt coordinator role.
He worked on The Matrix.
It wasn't in The Matrix. It was in a movie more recently than that.
Oh,
I can't remember.
I don't
There's
know.
like a video of him going around, but regardless, like he had stopped acting at this point. He could not get acting gigs, and so he just had to do whatever odd Hollywood jobs, whatever odd work he could to stay in it. So for that reason, I kind of still have to give it to Ki Kwan. Like it's a comeback story for the ages.
Stephen Yeun?
Steven Yeun's so good. He's so good.
He gets my vote. It's one of my, you guys know how I feel about him in that performance.
I want to give it to Stephen Yeun.
Okay. I'm so happy with this because again, Nope is going to get no love from anything, and he's one of my favorite actors alive.
Whenever I rewatch that movie, I always lock into him. Everything he's doing is just so fucking.
He's out-
perfect.
yeah,
He
he's-
adds the depth to the movie.
Oh, incredible! Congratulations, Stephen Yeun, Jordan Peele, Team Nope on your Scoot Hog. All right, next category is best theatrical experience. The nominees are Glass Onion, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Nope, Top Gun Maverick, Barbarian, and Ticket to Paradise.
I'd like to nominate
I-
Jackass.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yes, you mentioned
Here's the
this last
thing.
week.
Drew, I'm gonna have to agree with you that Jackass Forever is my pick here. One other pick, Minions: Rise of Gru.
Okay.
Gentle Minions was.
The Gentle Minions. We're talking about that was a sensation.
If I like that movie at all, then
That was great. The most fun I had in a movie theater this year, though, was Jackass Forever. That was just a fucking blast in the theater.
I am overwritten then.
Get the fuck. What were you going to have? What was your most fun in the theater?
I mean, Glass Onion. Like,
it was a great time. It was
I
a
don't
great time
even
on the screening.
know if I would have liked that movie as much as I did if we hadn't all just been on that wavelength.
I watched it at home and it did not play as well.
Yeah.
I'm watching that movie coming out of it. I was like, oh, that's like one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life.
But
And
also, I
show
mean,
you should make more comedies and put them in theaters.
obviously Barbarian, like that movie is just,
Mhm.
it just kind of knocks you on your ass.
Top Gun Maverick, a movie that we all saw together,
Incredible.
and
Incredible.
they're great.
All right. Congratulations to Jackass on your Scoot Hog.
Congratulations,
Do
Johnny
not
Knoxville.
stick it up any body parts.
It's going up the ass. Yeah.
No, do not do that. It's not for that. Okay? You don't do that.
Fingers and butts, dicks and butts. Fingers and butts, scoots and butts.
The next category is Best Television Episode. The nominees are the Better Call Saul series finale, The Rehearsal Episode 4,
Yeah. The Fielder Method.
The Fielder Method,
Yeah.
The Bear Episode 7 review, The Barry Season 3 finale, and Andor Episode 10, and the Severance season finale.
You want to make your pitch for Severance, Drew?
No. Go ahead.
For me, the Severance season finale is incredible. But I think I mentioned it on the pod where we talked about that I watched the episode not realizing that was the finale. So I was like, oh my God, what's the finale going to be like? And then that was just it.
The
and I was
next
like,
one.
You ended on 7 episodes? What kind of fucking psycho does that? So for me, it's between... I also have to mention the Atlanta series finale and the Atlanta episode, the Tyler Perry episode. Just a top 5-6 episode of Atlanta ever.
Mr. Chocolate.
Mr. Chocolate. It's just fucking god tier. So between that, the Fielder Method, and then the Better Call Saul finale. Better Call Saul finale. I mean,
As perfect as you can get.
You know what? I want to give it to the BCS finale because we're never going to get another chance to give that show its due, and that show's special. And love
it also ended the Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It was like another ending to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's the perfect coda. It's incredible. It's perfect.
You good with that,
Masterful.
Drew?
No, yeah, no contest.
All right. Congratulations, Bob Odenkirk, Peter Gould, and
Vince, I guess.
Ray Seahorn, the whole team, on your Scoot Hog. All right. We have arrived at the end of the night for our final 2 awards.
Oh, man. All right.
Winner of the year. Who won the year? I will say, last year we gave this award to HBO Max.
Yeah.
And look how that turned out.
Tough year for them.
But I mean, it was a great year for them. Last year, they did win the year.
And now they didn't at all.
Maybe not.
The nominees are Colin Farrell for starring in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 great films and killing it every time. A24 for the absolute monster success of Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And like a million other movies.
Yeah, After Sun, take your pick. Tom Cruise for saving cinema with the film
Single-handedly brought cinema back from
Top
the dead.
Gun Maverick. Harry Styles for imploding an entire campaign.
He did do it.
And walking away scot-free.
And then
with no repercussions.
In the aftermath of all this, playing 2 weeks straight of sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden. Honestly, kind of incredible. That is some king shit right there. You gotta just give it to the guy.
Where are we at on Harry's house?
It's good.
Wasn't mentioned on any previous.
I said in I mentioned it in my honorable mentions. It's in the 20s for me. I like it. I actually prefer the Fine Line to Harry's House, which I think is a hot take.
Really? I think it seems like at least critically, like no actual critic is going like, hey, Harry's House, but people were genuinely saying some shit about Fine Line.
Like Fine Line. I actually really, really like Fine Line. Harry's House is really good too.
And
who are your other winners?
Nathan Fielder for being our pretend daddy
and duping HBO into giving him what seemingly a James Cameron level budget. How's James Cameron on your list? He bet on himself for a decade and a half, and
Big Jim.
He won.
He's got to be on here.
He did it.
Big Jim.
He made a promise to all of us, and he did it. And for that reason, I have to give it to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, we cannot underestimate that movie theaters are bad, especially for older generations. People are just kind of out on the movies. And since then, my mom has been keeping tabs on movies and what's coming out in theaters, because she's just I had a fun time at the movie theaters going to see Top Gun Maverick.
Incredible.
And
did it.
We are now in one of the biggest January booms in recent memory between Megan, Skinamarink, Plane, which is a little bit of a hit. Movies are back, and I think that we have Tom Cruise to thank for it.
Congratulations, Thomas Cruise, on your...
Drew, do you have any contest for winner of the year?
No.
Okay.
It has to be Tom. It has to be Tom.
I think he won the year.
The movies were...
guess what? He has another fucking banger of a movie coming out this year.
The movies were almost done. They wanted to put it straight to Paramount Plus. He said, no fucking way. And he did it.
Yeah.
Everyone saw it. Everyone loved it. It's nominated for Best Picture. Incredible.
Drew, that makes you so happy. Your hero, guy you really admire.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
He did.
The final award is the honestly visually stunning award.
Real quick, do you remember last year when it was like hour 3 of the pod, and I vehemently argued that that we had to give it to The Green Knight over Dune,
Which we did.
I won that. It turns out if you talk enough, then you can really win anything.
It was terrible.
I learned a lot from Republicans this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
In the Senate.
In the 15th vote for the House, it was given to The Green Knight. I mean, that is a visually stunning movie. Like, I don't disagree with that, but ain't got no worm. The nominees for Honestly Visually Stunning Award of 2022 in the year 2023 are RRR, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Babylon, Nope, Top Gun Maverick, 3,000 Years of Longing, All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, Ambulance, The Northman,
It's visually.
Avatar: The Way of Water, and Decision to Leave.
Ernie, do you want to make your pitch for Avatar: The Way of Water and why'd you
He
win?
created a whole world. Just a photorealistic dream world of water and whales and creatures. And it looks real, even though it's all computer generated. It's incredible. It's visually stunning. It's an achievement.
Drew, what's your pick?
Nope. It's my favorite movie of the year. It looks incredible. It looks big. It looks like cinema.
This has been a good year for the Honestly Visually Stunning Award.
It's a packed category.
This is one of the first categories that we ever came up with. What were some of the winners in the past? I know Green Knight last year.
First Cow, The Lighthouse, Spider-Verse.
So you get some different things there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being true to myself, and what makes me like the most in the theory, I said like, honestly,
It was visually stunning.
it was Avatar: The Way of Water. What Big Jim did there is like the way we have to think back to 2009 when Avatar first came out, and that kind of changed what you could do with a movie. And I feel like Jim kind of did it again with this, that like movies are just going to be trying to emulate the Avatar: Way of Water thing. I was watching basketball last night or night before, and they multiple times kept playing the Ant-Man Quantumania trailer, which looks like shit. It looks like a bad movie.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Can't wait to watch that movie and detest it. But it was so funny watching the trailer because they kept doing the thing where they tried to really emphasize see this movie in 3D, where they're like, man, Ant-Man's coming through the black lines on the top and the
with
bottom
a
of the screen.
Heineken.
Whoa! And that's all because of Avatar: The Way of Water being such a 3D sensation. Because of that movie, everybody wants to go out and see it multiple times and see it in the highest quality possible. Every other movie is going to try to get people to come out and do it. Some people will succeed. Most people won't. Especially in the case of Marvel, because I can't wait for people to go see Ant-Man after seeing Avatar, and they're like, wow, everything's red and beige. Everything's kind of gray. I don't know.
The thing about Avatar is that like when you see this movie on the big screen, there's a point where you just fully forget that you're watching something that is completely created in a computer. Like you are so into it, you're completely captivated that you're in it. You are never thinking I'm watching a computer thing. It looks incredible.
Whenever the trailer first came out and people on Twitter were like losing their minds over the hand with the water, that like one shot pulling on the rope thing. And Guy just like, we were watching it together and I was like, oh, that doesn't like look that good. It's just like, like I've seen that before. It's just like motion capture. I'm like, no, it's not though. That's the thing, is that it's just, it's a fucking computer that did that. That's
the thing is that it's both.
Well,
and we're gonna discover more about like how the technology works as time goes on, because they invented a lot of shit for this movie. Like they pioneer a lot of new technology. So yeah, congratulations, Big Jim.
Big Jim, you didn't
Team
go home
Avatar.
empty-handed.
Congratulations, Payakan, our favorite
Dude.
Tulkun.
Congratulations.
You are a
Payakan.
king. We love
Congratulations, Papyrus as a font, and Ryan Gosling for bringing to our attention that Avatar does use the font Papyrus. Thank you very much.
And that's the WBAMMYs. We have
Congratulations, Andrea Riseborough, who made a last-minute campaign.
We have a special bonus category this year. This is like as the credits are rolling and people are like getting.
Is this the cut for time that it's just not coming out?
This is the Lee Pace's 6'5" Lifetime Achievement Award for the discovery of the year. So this is when we get to share our first time viewings of 2022. What did we like? Was it King of the Hill?
For a third year in a row, your Discovery is King of the Hill.
It's really good, guys.
It's a good show.
And every year it's a new first
You
launch.
watch a new episode and then
I gotta say, The Sopranos.
Oh, did you finish it?
Yep.
Nice.
Early in 2022.
Nice.
Incredible.
A couple shows that I can give a shout out to that I feel like I would never get a chance to shout out otherwise. One is Home Movies. Did you guys ever watch Home Movies?
A little bit, yeah.
I never watched that show as a kid because I was like, oh, this looks cheap. But it's like absolutely incredible. It's so funny. It's kind of known mostly now as being the show that H. John Benjamin, like his first show.
Yeah.
But really incredible. Brandon Small, incredible. And then Joe Pera. Went through a whole Joe Pera deep dive whenever I was just looking for more like Nathan
Right.
or John Wilson related content. And I just love Joe Pera. I've now multiple times put on Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep. Whenever I just needed time to unwind down, it's just Joe
Great
Pera
voice.
just talking about stuff. Love that guy.
I will be sharing my top 22 first time viewings list on Letterboxd, so people can check out my full list. My favorites are Roman Holiday, the Gregory Peck,
Nice.
Audrey Hepburn movie.
Incredible movie.
Obviously, Singing in the Rain, which I mentioned, just perfection. Actually, no, I think I watched that in 2023, like early this. I can't remember. I have to check the logs. Jerry Maguire, amazing movie.
So good.
Our Robin Williams series, The Birdcage,
Yeah.
incredible movie.
Mhm.
One of my like all time favorites now. And also Good Will Hunting. I also realized I had never seen The Royal Tenenbaums. I went
Ooh,
to
that's
Wow.
a great one.
I
That's
went-
like one of the top tier
Yeah.
Wes Anderson.
I went to a screening at the Enzion. They played it on 35 millimeter film. And I sat there and watched it, and I realized I had never seen this movie before.
Mm.
And it was amazing. It's so good. And Eyes Wide Shut. Stanley Kubrick finally got around
Love
to
that
it.
movie.
Incredible movie.
It's so
Weird
fucked up.
movie.
It's a
Weird
movie
fucking
about
movie.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman's divorce.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
Also Carol, starring
Oh, yeah.
previous WBAMMY winner Cate Blanchett.
Nice.
Really, really unique movie. The Sixth Sense. Finally got around to that one.
Wow.
Had never seen it before. Amazing movie. And The Empty Man.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's
Yeah.
a movie that like has
Indie
been creeping.
hit like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2020?
it kind of the pandemic like destroyed that movie's release. Like the acquisition of Fox by Disney plus the pandemic like buried that
Mhm.
movie, and so it'd been like creeping up over the last couple years. Like people are finally seeing it. Very unique movie, like very kind of thought provoking, weird horror movie. Definitely recommend it.
Nice.
So yeah, is that it? Are we done?
No.
Couple other quick movies. I'll be like 2 seconds with these. Chungking Express, the Wong Kar-wai film, watched for the first time this year.
I need to do Wong
It's
Kar-wai.
a perfect movie.
Yeah.
No notes. Perfect. A Simple Plan. I went on a little bit of the Sam Raimi run in anticipation for Doctor Strange, and every Sam Raimi movie that I watched leading up to Doctor Strange was better than the Doctor Strange movie. Who would have thought? I also I didn't finish my watch through, but I tried to do a little bit of a reinvestigation to Terrence Malick this year. Earlier on the year, I
I remember you were attempting that.
I saw Tree of Life whenever I was definitely way too young, and I was like, this is a pretentious piece of shit. And turns out that I was 14, and that's why Terrence Malick doesn't make movies for 14-year-olds. Days of Heaven is my favorite of his movies that he made. Nobody has like ever shot the plains of Midwest America and made it look as goddamn beautiful as Terrence Malick did. So shout out there. And they'll also shout out one last thing to a movie that I know you just checked out for the first time, Labyrinth. I also checked out in 2022.
It was on. I was in the room
Labyrinth
while it was
rules.
playing.
Labyrinth fucking rules. Jennifer Connelly is Little Babe is
That movie's on
she's
drugs.
really, really good.
People
David
did
Bowie
some
is-
fucking drugs in those days,
It's a
man.
Jim Henson movie. Are you kidding me? Of course. Like that Fantastic World. That shit rocks.
My biggest one is this is the year that I really got into Seinfeld.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Which is, it's an elite show. If you didn't like it as a kid, give it a shot as an adult.
Holds up incredibly well.
Yeah.
It does. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Any
Oh
fans?
my God, I've been meaning. People were talking about that. I've been meaning to get into
I
that.
believe it's on Amazon. Yeah, you've seen meme formats from it, and you don't even realize what it's from. It's very British.
Matt Berry.
Yeah, Matt Berry.
Oh,
Richard
yes.
Ayoade. I believe not only wrote it, but I think he had like a either like a writing role or something. Yeah, just a ton of like British comedy titans, and it's when they were like mega young. And it's it's like shoestring budget, super over the top like parody of like 80s horror. It's so good. It's so good. Like top tier. A bunch of really bad reality shows.
Shark Tank.
Watched a lot of Shark Tank.
A lot of Shark Tank.
I finally got around to watching the Black Museum episode of Black Mirror this year, which is great.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I loved it.
I think that show's coming back this year.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Man, it's
We shall
crazy how
see.
you can like trace it getting like going downhill from the moment that Netflix acquired it. It
Right,
just
right.
immediately dropped in quality.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, boys, for another great WBAMMYs.
Go to Bambi's. Can we get what's the count looking like? I know we really spread the love this year. Felt like we nothing.
I mean,
had
Top
more than,
Gun.
like,
I
3
think
or
Top
4.
Gun. I'll post it. I'll post it later. I'm going to do a post on the website
Okay.
about it, and I'll count it up. But yeah, I think Thomas Cruise and the Church of Scientology walked away with the most.
Congratulations, the city of Clearwater.
Yeah.
This is going to be great for business.
Yeah, we are within throwing distance. We can just lob these over from here.
I might go on Hotel tonight and just
Yeah.
just pop on over there.
Thank
Yes.
you, Scoop McNary, for providing your likeness as always.
Thank you, Scoot.
And thank you to all the winners. Congratulations. And thank you to all.
Guys, we forgot the biggest award of the night. It is the Scoot McNary Award for best use of Scoot in a film this year. And it goes to Lyle Crocodile. Congratulations, Lyle,
Wow.
for winning the true Scoot Hog.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow. You're right.
Congratulations
Couldn't
to
forget about that one.
Shawn Mendes for making a movie that my wife and I, Gaia, who like children's movies, turn off within 15 minutes.
Oh, incredible. What an achievement.
And then I said, we have to see more Scoot. And I skipped ahead to watch some Scoot scenes.
And then
Sean started singing again. And I was like, nope. And we skipped ahead a little bit more. And then we stopped and we went to bed.
Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Please rate, review, subscribe, like, and comment, and let us know what you thought of all our picks. Thank you all you donors for donating. Become a donor at WeBottomMic.net. Next week, should we keep it a surprise what we're doing? Should we let them know?
You might want to brush up on your Mike Myers history.
We have a
Some
very
of his
special episode
classic
next week.
roles. And not the good ones.
It's a doozy. So stay tuned, and we love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.